Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is once again time for streaming with Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. 5th episode. Yeah.
Excuse me, that is not the name.
Oh my gosh, you're the worst.
Gabe presents
I'm pretty sure it is the name, but yeah, go on, do your name.
Frostwind Dave. Abria of the Frost Monkey.
I want you to know that
Icewind Dale.
I want you to know that I'm humoring you right now. This is me humoring you.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Wonderful.
Best.
Wonderful.
I didn't do it. I'm a good one.
I feel like if I were wearing a pair of glasses while you were talking, I would have taken them off and like cleaned them, like while I listened to you, and then put them back on and been like, well, okay. But I don't have them. So
But I felt it even
I
without
can't,
the prop.
No, good. I'm glad to hear it. I think today is gonna be one of those days. You know, it's gonna be one of those like chiller streams. I feel like with the current vibe, just to make everybody aware of where we're at, because that's how it is. I don't. Yeah, haha. Yeah, I get it. I think I don't have any announcements today. I don't. Wait, no. Do we? Are we doing that announcement now? Do we?
Yeah.
Do we want?
There's nothing more on brand
Dave looks unsure
than a chaotic explanation.
No, that's true. Okay, so
just go for it.
So we got asked by the majority of our community, obviously, and Roll20 as a whole, to be like, please name yourselves so that we can refer to you as something in the collective. And so we have been, for the last 2 or so weeks, mulling that over in terms of what we want to do. And by mulling it over, I mean forgetting that we had to make a decision, and then remembering when we turned the stream on that we had to make a decision. So we have a name now. We don't have any logos or anything to announce with it currently, because we didn't make a decision on what that looks like yet. But we have a name. There's a name.
Yes, it is the best. That is our name.
No, the best is not our name. Do not preempt my announcement.
You gotta wait until the end of the stream, though. We go get full viewer attention.
We gotta get full viewer attention for the name. No, I've hyped it up too much already. I've said too much, so I think I have to the payoff has to happen. We are gonna be Chaos Initiative, friends.
Yeah.
Chaos Initiative, because it suits the tone of our collective. I think
Everything that we do.
I don't know what you want me to say. Aren't you called Roll20 Presents? I mean, but Roll20 presents all kinds of shit, not just us. So we're gonna be
Chaos Initiative.
We're gonna be Chaos Initiative. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
One more time.
Gotta
for
say
safety.
it with a little more energy. Chaos Initiative. Oh yeah. There we go. Good. Got it.
I need that energy in my life.
Yeah.
Felt good.
Okay.
Felt good.
Plus, it's like the idea Roll20 presents Chaos Initiative playing Rime of the Frostmaiden.
Yeah, there you go. More colons. That's what we need in this.
Yeah. More ways to screw with the title.
Do we need our
Yes.
colon? Why is
Not
that
all of
Sharon?
it.
Why does that
Not all
Sharon?
of it.
Why do they have the same name? You ever thought about that?
No, not really.
Are they spelled the same?
Yes.
I think they're spelled the same. I think it's because a colon looks like a colon.
I guess when you cut it in half.
Next topic. My brain broke.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about
Hold
that.
on, I'm gonna look up the etymology because that's fun. I've also seen a lot of colons in my day because I used to be bio pre-med.
Okay.
I gave you the reason right away so you wouldn't think the wrong thing.
I just didn't know which colon
Well,
you
I
meant, to be honest.
I was like,
Honestly,
I mean,
both.
if Abria is mysteriously Dexter, none of us are gonna
I thought for sure.
Oh,
that you were
TK
gonna
updated the title.
Yay!
I was gonna say this was so unplanned. TK didn't know
Yeah,
beforehand.
TK didn't know.
To do the
so
thing.
There's nothing more chaos initiative than just be like,
want to spend a
is who we
brief
are now.
moment letting our
Chaos.
moderators know how much we
Yeah, thank you, TK. Appreciate you.
You're the best.
I thought for sure when you said you'd seen a lot of colons that it was going to be veterinary or something, because it's always cow butts and veterinary. I don't know. At least here in Alberta, that's what it is all the time. That was a random aside. I don't know why I said that.
We're on brand with who we are. It's chaos.
So how's everybody been the past week or so? What's new in various cast members' town? I'm not going to address anyone in particular because I'm sure somebody will pick it up eventually if I stop talking.
I got some new stuff coming up in the next week. One of the things you're just gonna have to find out about on my Twitter, but it starts up this week, and then the next thing is New Pantheon is coming back.
Ooh,
Yay!
That's right.
Yay!
So I'm very excited because we announced some new cast members, and it starts next week at 4 p.m. And I'm super excited because it's gonna be anime themed.
That's very hype.
A lot of fun.
So cool. And Mika and Kelly are dope.
They are. I'm super ecstatic to be playing with them.
Oh, that's
So
great.
it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I know you were hype about New Pantheon, so I look forward to more of it.
I'm very excited.
Anybody else get up to anything fantastical?
Had
Or
the
just
had
like
the.
regular also?
I mean, we had the finale for the werewolf game.
Oh,
I had with Aki, and that was a lot of
How's
fun.
that?
A
wanna
beautiful
play it.
ending. We ended up being
Oh.
like council members of the new werewolf council, and now
Oh shit.
we have too
Aw.
much power.
Now we
I
have
want to
too
be
much.
I want to be a werewolf with Gabe forever.
So we're thinking about possible things in the future. And I finally started. So I've been working on a game myself in my spare time, and I finally like started the testing phases of it. And I like started just giving people the stuff to see how intuitive it was without me explaining the rules.
Yeah.
And 9 out of 10 people were able to pick it up without me having to explain how like the combat stuff works just from reading it. And I'm like, thank God.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah.
So happy.
Bria, you been doing
Uh,
anything cool?
Other than just many streams, I've also got a cool thing coming down the pipeline, talking to like game publishers for. So, oh man, I'm gonna start taking notes on how Gabe builds games because ooh, your girl's got to build something by March, and I'm very excited and nervous.
DM me. We'll make it.
Yeah, tight.
Serious. I made a D4 game in a day, which might have been a
It's,
mistake, but it's about chipmunks and badgers and
What,
stuff.
I think there's a little peeking on your end, Gabe. Yeah, as Drummer Boy has stated, but yeah,
Is this better?
it seems. I don't know.
I'll just put it towards my mouth too, so that'll probably help.
Yeah. I think it's like what do you call it? Noise level peaking. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So if you turn it down just a little bit, you're probably okay. Down the gain.
Got it.
Yeah, that's better. Right there. That was
Perfect.
way better.
Got you.
Also, the etymology of colon is from the Greek colon, which means limb or claws.
What?
I just wanted everyone to know that. I dropped it in our chat,
Did
but
I need?
I googled it.
But now I'm really confused as to what that has to do. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's fine.
Well, you're no.
How about you, Dave? How's your week been? Anything cool? Kicking on?
Yeah. Talk about the good bits. Actually, no, I have a complaint about a good bit as well.
Please do. Complain. That's also good.
So I've mainly been playing. They did the update, The Ghost of Tsushima, with the online stuff.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. I'm glad because I really like that game, and there's more stuff to do with that game now. You can do some of the levels solo, and it says all like it's supported solo, and yeah, it can be tuned for it. But then they put in stuff and mechanics that you literally can't do, but they put in your face for like 2 people. It's like find the secret chest. I'm like, sick, I found the secret chest. Requires 2 players to open. I'm like, why is it there then?
Why?
And I kept finding stuff like that, and it's been very frustrating. I've managed to solo basically everything available. But,
Okay, Dave.
it's annoying. I want those chests. And I want the spooky mode, and I want to do the raids, but I don't want to talk to anyone.
All right,
So
Dave,
just
I
let me
got
do it
you.
myself.
I got you. I have a PS4 and Ghost of Tsushima. I'll literally just log in and do nothing, and then if you need to open his chest, be like, Gabe, come here, and I'll just.
Gabe,
I'm so serious.
That'd be so good.
snap your fingers.
open
Gabe,
this
Pete,
chest.
come over here. Get
Deal.
see-
Like I'm in. I'll literally pull up my PS4 and I'll just run to where you are, and then I'll open the chest, and then I'm like, oh, all right, there goes Dave murdering
Alright,
again.
AFK, just
AFK chest
spawn
opener.
spawn a bunch more dudes though, probably.
That's
which-
fine. You
Yeah,
can
but
do it.
You're an
We'll-
elite.
we'll
You're an
manage, I'll
elite
manage.
level
Yeah.
gamer. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Cool.
I'm not a big sword. Well, actually, it's a small sword, but many cut. I like that.
I'll play the Ronin because then I can revive you too. All right, see,
Perfect.
teamwork.
Your
Good
friendship
choice.
and teamwork makes me genuinely very happy, and I want you to know that.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I'm gonna win everything. I'm going 2-man raid, but solo and me.
For solo.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, that sounds good. That sounds like you've been busy for sure, at least.
Trying to keep busy.
I have been playing way too much Neverwinter Nights currently. And when I say way too much, I mean I made a promise to my viewers, my stream viewers, that any time I play this character, I am going to stream it because there's like a new character event going on where lots of people have like the event is all the high levels are kicked out and all the low levels make new characters and like play in the zone without high level interference basically. So I said I would stream the event as I played this character, but then I realized that Neverwinter Nights is also the thing I do when I'm not streaming. So I said I'd stream it all, so I've been streaming it all, which means that Saturday was like a 10.5-hour stream, and then Sunday was like a 12.5 maybe. So I've been playing a lot of Neverwinter Nights. I made a character who is it's like 3rd edition on the Neverwinter servers. I made a character who is a rogue fighter with a scythe, and she's edgy, and it's perfect. It's right on brand. It's good. Yeah. That's what I've been up to, and will be up to for the next week, pretty much solidly. So if you like text-based, old-school gameplay, role-playing games with multiplayer elements, you know where to find me for the next like whole week, basically.
Nice.
Yeah, I got swallowed by a dragon at a party after I smoked opium with him. So that happened last night in that game. That is the thing that happened. Yeah.
Out of context. What a world.
What was the inside of the dragon like?
Ooh.
Red, glowy, gross looking, and then eventually I was spit back up. So
Like a colon.
yeah, like
Not that low. How long were you in there?
not long.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I don't know how long it takes.
Okay, the whole thing basically went like I had a friend with me. That friend decided they wanted to provoke the opium smoking dragon. Opium smoking dragon ate them, and then I tried to get them back, and in getting them back, I got myself stuck. And then so they had to try and rescue me as well, and they like ended up feeding this opium addicted dragon like a whole bunch of like frenzy potions and stuff to try and get it like worked up enough to vomit, and that's what happened. That's how it went. That was a thing that happened in my evening yesterday on Neverwinter. Yeah. Anyway, that is very weird.
I have one more thing.
Yes. Abria, please.
Gabe dressed up like me on Twitter for Halloween. It was very, very funny.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
That did happen. Yeah.
It's fun.
I will never doubt your commitment to a bit again.
Yeah, you thought I was
Bria-
kidding.
The Bria Flying Gar was pretty great.
Gabriel,
Like
flying
I
guy.
tell people I'm gonna do something ridiculous, and they're like, "No, you're not gonna do that." I told my werewolf crew that I was gonna go into the woods on Halloween.
Wait, did you do it?
Play a didgeridoo. He went out the night before and stayed out until after midnight. So technically, yes.
Oh no, Aki! You know the Twitter chat we had? That
God.
picture I sent was from
That-
when I'd already gotten back after going out that night.
Damn you, Gabe.
It was great. It was very cold, so I didn't wear my Hatsune Miku outfit because the leggings weren't enough to keep
Yeah,
my
the
body
other thing
warm,
he
but-
did was dress up as Hatsune
Yeah.
Miku, and it was adorable.
That was also very.
That
very,
was
very
also
cute.
pretty great. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Dave, did you not see that? I'll send you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Have
missed
you-
out.
have you
Gabe is
guys-
the prettiest Vocaloid.
Ever seen a USB lighter?
No, I can't say that I
No.
have.
Oh.
So they're USB charged, and like they have like these cool little prongs that stick out of them, and when you
Oh, is it like a taser? Yeah, kind of.
yeah,
Dope.
and this will light your candles for you.
Oh.
So,
Nice.
and it's
It will
USB
execute
charged,
them.
so like you don't have to like buy any gas to fill up a longer lighter. You don't have to worry about burning your fingers when you're trying to get down into a can. Like, it's great. I love this thing. It might
Aki's
be.
sponsored by USB lighters.
But it also looks like a taser. It's so.
It also looks like a taser. That's the benefit. Yeah.
And it makes a fun sound.
Yes, Gabe. Yes.
I also got art from Feline Trickster on Twitter of my boy Vadrux, and it came out.
Oh,
It's so beautiful.
It is
Oh my
really
gosh.
Y'all, like, the Drux is a piece, y'all.
Yeah.
Like,
It is
Yeah.
really, really good. Yeah.
like a whole.
Do I have that art?
There's
Can I show
tab-
that art somewhere?
I can send it to you, and then you can.
You know what? Just send it to me on Discord right now. I'll just splash it up on the screen. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Like,
Oh. It's a meal and a half happening over here.
All right, it's loading on Discord right now.
All right. Yeah.
Those are some very pretty lips.
Feline Trickster did an amazing job.
It's so pretty.
Pretty.
It's unfair of us to talk about how pretty it is and then not show chat. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like.
I like secrets.
And they're in the stream right now watching.
I like secrets.
Thanks.
All right, let's save this image 1 second. I'm just gonna quickly. This is me trying to like figure out how I'm gonna show you guys this without having been told beforehand that I need to do that. Hang on 1 second.
That's fair.
I'm just gonna like put it onto this scene. Yeah, here we go. Okay, this isn't the whole thing. Hang on, I gotta make it smaller. It's just wait, everybody.
You are fine. Take all the time you need, Elf.
I mean, you have to wait because I can't GM while I'm also doing this. But
We
I
can
was,
entertain
I was
ourselves.
talking to
We're
chat,
very good
like-
at that.
Here you go. Look, boom. There it is. There it is. The art by
So
Feline Trickster of Verdrux.
Yay!
It looks fucking awesome.
Oh my
I forgot we were a
gosh.
stream that could swear.
I like this is the thing. It's just like which one is the one I'm okay to swear.
Yeah.
It's,
I'm
Look
gonna-
how good that is.
I'm gonna make a horrible mistake one day and just swear on the wrong one for sure.
Oh,
I
trust
get
me.
that.
So many times.
All right.
So happy about
put
this.
Put that one away. Put that art away. It's real nice,
Yeah.
but I'm just gonna delete
Nice,
that.
So good.
All right.
Put that thing
Cool.
back where it came from or
But-
something.
or so help me.
So help me. So help me.
Okay, so I suppose we could play some D&D, given that we are here to do that.
Now what's D&D?
Yeah. Well, Abria, it
Mm.
is a tabletop-based role-playing game where you create a character and then inhabit the body of that character, so to speak, in a imaginary sort of set piece where the aspects of chance and danger are implemented through the use of dice and your character's natural abilities or class skills, which you chose at the beginning of this whole.
Sounds like nerd stuff. Let's give it a try.
It's
I'm really curious about these dice.
I'm really curious about these dice. Yeah.
Tell me more.
Our dice are virtual and provided to us by Roll20.
Roll20. Purveyors
Roll20.
of all imaginary polyhedrals.
Roll20. If you don't have a table, you can play on your computer.
You know, I don't have a table in my room.
I don't know why I like that so much.
I tickled myself with that one a little bit. That was yeah.
Putting the table in tabletop. Roll20.
All right. Anyway, where were we? What were we doing? Cool.
You're
yeah.
starting a game or something. I don't know.
So, at the end of last session, you had defeated the ghost that was inhabiting the kobold with the fake wings, the fake wing kobold, who I can't remember the name of because I haven't looked at my notes. Hang on 1 second.
the dead one,
Ba, 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 ba.
Daddy.
Yeah, it
I don't
doesn't
know about y'all, but I
it,
kind of want to go spelunking around this.
it
this
doesn't.
mine.
It doesn't super matter what that kobold's name is. It was Trex, by the way. He's dead.
I
now.
remember.
He's dead now. But
Because it was T-Rex, but a name.
But you made a bargain with some of the other kobolds. Among them, kobolds named things like Small and so on. You know, that they might be able to work with the town. I believe
Yes.
in the gem mine. I think that was the conclusion that you came to, if I remember correctly.
Yep. That's it.
Is also mad at me.
Who is?
Ursa.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
is it me? I don't remember. Oh,
Or
yeah.
this time, Ursa is angry with me.
Cool.
Isn't that fun? Everyone gets a turn. Except Rattle, who is above reproach.
Yeah.
Never do anything wrong.
So
Skeleton never
okay,
forgets.
well Trex is dead, so rip Trex.
Rip.
Just delete him from the map. But there's
Would you
small-
say he's gone extinct?
Yes, I would. The other kobolds are eager to follow you back to the town where you've told them that they might be able to get work here in the mine, like more legitimately. Those of you who speak Draconic, pick up the names of pretty much every kobold in their excited, chattering band of nonsense, because they speak in Draconic very quickly and like almost nonstop. You know what I mean? Like they are very chattery sort of people.
Like having a bunch of babies or toddlers.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
Sean doesn't mind.
This
is delightful.
let me just roll down the name of kobolds in this dungeon, because every kobold in this dungeon has a name. Thank you, person who wrote this dungeon, for doing that. There are Small and Grek, who you already know as the two who are arguing up by the spear, and then up by the dead rat with the spear. And then there are two who are hanging out with Trex named Vought and Zerk. And the fellows who were trying to sabotage the bridge while you were walking across it, who escaped, are named Scorp and Thwip. Yeah, those are the names of all the kobolds. And so they're hanging out.
The person who wrote this module, maybe also a nerd.
Yeah, well, it's possible. It's very possible.
Abria would like to keep Scorp, small, Thwip, and Small. Please.
You want to keep them?
Yes.
I don't know about that. You've already got one tag along. I'm not sure.
No, I said Abria wants to keep.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
I want them for me.
That's also fine. You can have them.
Okay. Thanks.
So there is like more of this mine to look at if you want to. Like there's this bucket that goes across this big chasm here in the middle, that leads to places you haven't been on the other side. There's like, a room. You can see, Rattle, you can probably see across this bridge over towards that room in the south there. Let me just get to the notes on that. Okay.
It's got gems in it.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of gems, like a ton of gems in the walls of that little small room over there.
Still in the walls.
And then you can see that there's a passageway like over here that leads somewhere.
I mean, I have to admit I'm a little bit curious, but honestly, it comes down to whether or not we feel it's worth our time to explore the rest of this mine. And I completely understand if most people don't think it is necessary. I'm just being nosy.
Well, if there's treasure, they already would have taken it out. They were working here until some days ago, right?
Well,
Except in the walls, but they're working on that, and we don't want those. That seems like a lot of manual work. Seems like kobold work.
Are we not worried about things from below in the Underdark?
Oh,
Yeah,
there was
that's not a problem.
There was the Underdark down there, though.
The Underdark's always down there.
Okay, you got me there.
Are we thinking we want to go to the Underdark?
So
Well, I was going to interrogate the ghost before you blew it up.
So Verdrux, looking over the edge, there's like no bottom to this chasm. Like it goes for further than you can see, like down into darkness. And there doesn't appear to be any way to like go down there safely unless you're the best rock climber in history, maybe.
Lie. That guy's fake wings flap really hard.
Were the wings preserved when he was deleted? Can we keep them?
I mean, he was just killed. So it's
How do we delete? It's important. I don't remember. It's not that important. Actually.
I don't remember.
Just my-
the wings are fine.
Rattle, do you want the wings?
No, I want sweet bone wings.
Ooh, that would be cool. I'm
We
gonna
just
keep
have to
these
kill a
and
skeletal dragon creature.
Seems fine. Raise it again. Let me ride around on it. Then when it re-dies, take the wings, stick them. Can I do that?
Is that in character or out of character? That's very important for me.
In character. In character. Rattle doesn't understand how being a skeleton works because it kind of doesn't make any sense.
I mean,
Very
you're
interesting,
powered entirely by magic.
Very interesting
How does it work?
prospect. Skeleton
Magnets.
with wings.
The
I'm gonna
kobolds,
take these wings for Boogie.
the kobolds chitter excitedly in Draconic. They're like, "So, can we go now? Are we going, or are we just hanging out? You want us to wait, or are we coming with you, or?"
Yes, children, we're going.
Ah, great, good, yeah. And like Small turns around to the rest of them, like, don't worry, we're going, we're totally going. Just hang on 1 sec. Hey, stop picking your nose.
This was a mistake. Just gonna keep walking.
Delightful. All right, everybody. This way, please.
That's not your pickaxe, Greg. Put it down.
I'm sure they'll have pickaxes for everyone once we get you guys sorted out in town.
So, are you headed out? Are you checking over the other side? What's the plan?
I think we're going to go.
Let's go do this, and then we can always come back. Unless something wrong happens, then it's even better that we were not here in the first place.
Well, alrighty then. You head out. I don't think I need to narrate you leaving the mine, though you emerge into the cold winter air. Boogie is still in his position as guard Boogie at the front of the cave, pickaxe over his shoulder, waiting for your
Sweet.
return.
I offer him the wings.
He looks at them like, "What?" like what is this? Why are you giving this to me? Kind of a look.
Yeshivan explains. It's a trophy of our conquest. We destroyed an imposter and took his symbol of power. Would you like
Oh
it?
my god. What if we gave it to Boogie, one of the wings, and he put it like down the back of his little shirt and had it hanging out like a samurai banner? Except it's a fake kobold dragon wing. And then when we get a party, we can draw a symbol on it in paint. Oh my god, he could be our mascot. We should make him a proper flag, actually.
He already is. He takes the wings from you, Bursa. Like, a little confused, but he like holds on to them and leaves the pickaxe where it's supposed to be outside here and gets ready to go.
Yeah, Siobhan, did you tell him that if he puts on the wings, he's probably in charge of the kobolds?
I could tell him that if you'd like me to.
Oh, I wasn't sure what you said.
Oh, I told him that we stole, we destroyed their leader and took his symbol of power, basically. So I
Okay, so it's implied. He can figure it out.
I think he's smart enough. If he puts them on, I think he's going to. I don't think he'll be too surprised.
Is there like an actual adventuring guild in like this world?
Yes, an adventuring guild does in fact exist within the D&D universe. That is the Adventurers League, and it very much exists.
So is there like a location in one of the
there,
towns? Do we
yeah,
know?
Is there a chapter in 10 towns?
Yeah.
Not as far as I'm aware. Like 10 towns is pretty remote, you know, when we're talking about this kind of stuff. You could definitely find people who are associated with the Adventurers League, probably.
10 towns so small it only has 2 Starbucks.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to like go by.
But I don't imagine so.
You have to go by snow sled 6 hours both ways to get to a Starbucks.
Yeah.
but both the Starbucks are in Bremen. That's the secret.
Yeah, they're both in Bremen. There's one in Bryn Shander, but it's attached to a Safeway
bookstore?
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like repair shop.
That's good.
All right.
We have fun.
So you, at much urging of the kobolds who don't like being out in the cold weather, head off down towards Tremolane.
Mhm.
And like, where do you go with these
I have an
kobolds?
answer for this.
Okay.
Cool.
Um,
Are you gonna go and speak to like the speaker again,
yes,
or
Speaker Mastew,
yeah, Speaker Matthew is the leader of the town. Yeah,
who is in the Blue Clam.
he is indeed in the Blue Clam. You are correct.
Who's
Look at our
note-taking?
note taker.
Can't believe it.
Actually taking notes. Oh my gosh, this is wild.
All right, so you march through the streets of Tourmaline with like 6 or 7 kobolds on your tail, looking like a what do you call it? Like a couple of teachers on a school trip, you know, with a bunch of tiny
Yep.
kobolds. And you go into the blue clam. Now, a reminder that the blue clam is like a, nice sort of dockside tavern, got lots of roasted meat. That like moose or whatever that you had helped the tavern owner bring in last session is like the smell of it cooking is like coming out of the kitchen. There's like this really good roasted meat smell. And it seems like most of the people in here this evening are like in good spirits and, eating their delicious spiced chowder or whatever it is, pieces of moose meat cooked to perfection.
Have like a spicy clam chowder by any chance?
That is their signature dish, in
Oh,
fact.
yeah,
is
Yeshivan's ordering a bowl of that
a
right
spicy chowder, yeah.
now. Yum.
Delicious. So you get a lot of weird looks when you like roll in with a bunch of kobolds on your tail. Like people aren't sure if they should be leaving or if they should be running or whatever. But you look like you got a handle on it. So there's sort of this like the good times turn to a sort of tense silence. You know what I mean? As you all enter with a crowd of miscreants.
Yeah, I think we asked the kobolds to maybe stay just outside of town instead of bringing them right on in.
I
Or
wouldn't
do we
do
bring
that.
them with? Okay,
I
then
think we have to
we'll-
bring them because if we leave them outside of town, they'll probably freeze and die.
Yeah.
we don't want that.
Yeah.
I think then while we're walking in, then it's one of those things where like Yeshivan is just sort of smiling very calmly
Yeah.
to the people as they walk by and nodding, like as much as possible, trying to like indicate this is not a problem, everything is okay. Please don't worry, we have this under control.
So
Like
so
just
speaker
being Drex's backup.
Speaker Matthew like looks up from his table, where he was the last time you saw him, and his like half orc, tusky frowny expression, looking over at the kobolds like, I tell you to handle you brought him with you?
Yes, they were. It looks like they were actually running from something, but they have said they would very happily work inside of the mind. That way, if you had certain workers that needed a break, then the kobolds could take over the shift otherwise, thus doubling your production and probably a cheaper cost. And I'm saying this all in common since they like. You wouldn't have to give them lodging or anything. They would happily reside in the mines.
You
Yeah.
can also go to the more places you can't go.
And for the record, Bursa standing behind the kobolds just to make sure no one does anything sneaky or kobolds don't sneak off to do stuff.
It seems that they were there under duress to begin with. They never meant to chase you out or scare you off.
All right. Well, he like looks at the kobolds who are all, like got their winter jackets on, even though it doesn't really help them because they're cold-blooded and I don't understand why they're wearing them, but they are. Like looks them over very, very like severely, and then looks back at Vidrux like, and Yeshivan like, you're sure that they'll be helpful?
Absolutely. They have already volunteered themselves before we even asked.
All right, well, we can't let them back in the mine. Not right away, But,
Why not?
Well, because we got to reopen it and fix everything, and you can't have kobolds running around. But I might be able to find some menial jobs, around town for them. Plenty to do. Moving things, cleaning stuff, digging trenches, whatever.
I'm going to give the speaker 2 gold and say, consider it my own personal investment in the good that they will bring to this town.
I mean, I was gonna make you roll influence, then you bribed him, so
What? Wait, he was going to give us money.
and he does, in fact, pay you. So
Okay, so then I'll let him keep 2 of the gold that he was going to give.
yeah, he hands over 50 gold. So it's
It was 60 I negotiated,
Oh,
so I
you're
could
right,
split
you're
it 4 ways.
You're right. 60 gold.
I'm glad I took notes.
The drugs.
Yes. Versa.
We should have a conversation about this in the sidebar.
Okay.
Yes, sidebar. The kobolds are like trying to talk with so they see the speaker hand over a bunch of gold to you, and then while you guys sidebar, the kobolds are trying to convince the speaker to give them gold. There's like there's like this very poor like comment happening from the kobolds towards the speaker, like, you give to us, like, gold, please, little claws.
How many of them are there?
7.
7?
Yeah.
And Draconic.
Oh my god.
You know what? I don't
Snow White.
spend money on anything.
Sorry.
Come here.
They come over when you call them, like, in Draconic, yeah. And they're like,
Right.
yeah, what?
I need you to behave and listen to the speaker for the work as long as it's reasonable, but I will be back to check and make sure your working conditions are amenable. This is my investment in each of you. Do not misbehave. I'm trusting all of you.
The
I'm gonna
drugs.
Yes.
Can you ask them if they are happy to be in the town? They wanted to work in the mine.
Are you going to be happy to be in the town? He says he cannot let you in the mine immediately. Is that okay?
I think we just want to be warm, mostly, so it should be fine. It's okay. There's place to sleep.
I'm going to reiterate that back to Bursa.
What? That they're going to be walking around in uncovered town? They were safe in the mine.
Yes, which is why when we come back, if they are not in the mine, we will get them in the mine.
Okay. I trust you.
And then I'm going to give each of them a gold piece.
But now you're splitting the treasure with the kobolds.
No, I gave all of you your gold.
Yeah.
This is my gold.
We got
I'm
15 gold.
15 gold piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is 7 of Drux's gold.
Okay.
Yeah, it better be.
All right. So you give them so you give them all the gold, and they they clutch at their little claws and like tuck it away wherever they've got, like a pouch or a pocket or anything, and they're like, they seem pretty happy with the situation.
So that they are going to be asking you to help them about around town. Okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's fine. We're good at working, obviously. Yeah. All of us are very hard workers, aren't we? And they're like, yes, yeah, oh, yeah, yeah, definitely. And they're like nudging each other.
Yeshvan gives them each a kiss on the forehead.
The kobolds are very confused by this. They do not understand this gesture.
I'm going to sign to Boogie. Do you want a kiss?
He shakes his head like, no, I don't even know. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like very, very, very vehement.
Goblins have lips.
What'd you say? Do kobolds?
Do goblins have lips?
Do goblins? Goblins do, for sure.
Yeah, why wouldn't they?
I'm thinking of that. I'm thinking of the picture with them with the razor teeth. Wait, that's the other.
That's the other thing. Yeah, goblins definitely do have teeth. Kobolds maybe less so because they're lizards. But I don't know if they really have lips so much as muzzles. Yeah, but I don't really know.
Yeshvan just has a soft spot for this little gaggle of
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
dragon babies.
They look like they're gonna behave, but they also look like a rambunctious group of 7 kobolds who are in a warm building. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
That's why I gave them money to start, so that hopefully they start behaving. And if they don't, Dad's gonna be upset.
so after you gave them money, they're sort of looking at you like, so what do we do? What are we?
You listen to that one when they give you work.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. No problem.
Are you all hungry by any chance?
They look at you like that is a dumb question, and they would eat anything you handed them.
I'm gonna buy chowder for the table.
Hold on. We can feed them the biscuits.
Could also feed them the biscuits, but I'm buying chowder for the table and some moose. Let's have a haunch of moose over here.
So we cut to like, I'm just gonna like cut to the montage here of a bunch of kobolds, like 7 kobolds and you folks around a table. The kobolds are like face deep into this like chowder basically. And various like nommings on, big haunch of moose and stuff. Couple of them have the hardtack biscuits that Bursa like handed out, and they seem to be having as much trouble with it as anybody has. But it's food, so they go for it. They're making a lot of noise and a lot of just a lot of mess in general, but it doesn't seem to be upsetting anybody in particular. Like, the place is already in sort of high spirits before they arrived, so it's not a big deal,
During the montage of Vadrux will just be like, your folk hero has, with his companions, cleared the mines and brought a new group of workers to help improve this town, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. You give the folk hero spiel of I work around and improve 10 towns, kind of.
Yeah, toss a coin to your Vadrux.
Yes.
Yes. A couple of the locals have small conversations in broken common with the kobolds. And somebody brought up why don't the kobolds speak common? Why would they? And my response in one of the comments previously, and one of my comments to that is, well, the module says they don't, first of all. And second of all, why would you speak common when you already all know Draconic? What is the? It's like an American learning a second language. It doesn't just never happens. You just speak English.
It hurts, but also.
I know it's a sweeping generalization, but that's
we love it.
No, honestly, Americans should be learning Spanish from kindergarten. We should be. We should all be bilingual in Spanish. That's just how it should be.
I grew up in Montreal, so I speak French as well. That's
nice.
my
sweet.
But anyway, as an aside, they're having conversations in broken common, with these couple of locals, and it looks like a little bit tense. There's a little bit of back and forth. That. There's some cultural misunderstanding or something going on that they can't really understand or whatever. But it's clear that a couple of them at least get offers of some sort of employment,
oh, nice,
within this montage, whether it be rat catching or letter running or whatever else. There are a couple of break-offs from the group sort of thing. It's not that the 7 of them are necessarily all going to be bedded down together, so to speak.
Perfect. I'm satisfied.
Do I have a moment to check in with the barkeep about my moose antlers?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah. I said that would cost you 10 gold, right? I remember saying 10 gold. Yeah.
That's so many. Argue.
No.
Yeah.
It is gift for friend.
So
that is priceless.
So the bartender, the big burly half-orc, when he sees you coming over, he goes, "Oh, you, yeah, no, I've got," and he gets the secret, stage whisper voice, "I got the thing you wanted,"
Yes. By any chance, would you happen to have a recommendation on how I could get these mounted to something so someone could wear them on their head?
I assumed you'd be putting them on a wall or something. I mean, not exactly, but it can't be that difficult. Some kind of headband or something. It's not really my field, though.
Do you know anybody who's adept with crafting of any kind in this area?
Let me see if I might be able to help you here. I wasn't.
And it doesn't
ready
have to be in this town. We're going to be traveling around a bit. If I have to wait until we've gone to another town, that's also all right.
No. I'm just doing the reading. Just let me have a think about it 1 second.
Of course. The moose and the chowder are excellent, by the way. I really enjoyed them. I think our friends did as well.
Yeah, it was great.
All right. No, yeah, there is a place if you go to the town of Lonelywood, which is about 2 hours away from here, but on foot. there's a store called the Happy Scrimshander. They sell all kinds of like supplies for, crafting things and making stuff. So they're
sounds
probably the place to go.
Well, thank you very much. I will take those off your hands, and thank you again.
And he hands over the antlers, but they're like wrapped in some kind of like concealment cloth, you know what I mean? Like something cheap, like some kind of rag or something. But just because he knows you're trying to be all secretive about it, so he's also being all secretive about it.
You're so lovely. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah, 10 and takes your 10 gold and seems happy with it. Yeah.
Okay, and I will just kind of, bring my little parcel over to the table and set it down and just continue to eat and drink and enjoy myself.
Heck yeah, the montage continues. The kobolds eat their fill, and their little distended stomachs full of chowder are very satisfied by the end as they lie on various benches, passed out upside down, or slightly falling off a table, or that kind of stuff.
Thank you, Aki, for this moment.
as the night wears on, they don't drink any alcohol, but they're just like food comed. You know what I mean? Like hardcore.
It's the best kind of experience.
If kobolds could sweat, they would have the meat sweats from the
Meat sweats
from the moose. I don't think they sweat though, because they're reptiles. So I'm actually not sure how kobolds would regulate that kind of heat. It doesn't matter. It's not. I don't need to think about it right now.
Panting like dogs.
Panting, yeah. Pretty much, I think, yeah. And then the sort of like night passes. It seems like the agreement has been made. The kobolds are good. The town is willing to accept them, at least for now. It's clear there's going to be some adjustment period of like, it's weird to have kobolds in town. But it wouldn't be the first time in the Forgotten Realms that kobolds were hired on to do jobs within, like, quote-unquote humanoid civilized areas. So I see no reason why it would be a large problem.
I'm happy. This is everything I wanted.
Well, there you go. You're resolved,
I just, you know what? I keep finding small people in this world and then freeing them instead of killing them.
Yeah, you've still got an in with some goblins, that's for sure.
Goblins and kobolds and something else. Oh my. Also, I need someone
Goblins
somewhere out there.
Kobolds and Yetis. Oh my.
I need a fake storybook title of Verdrux and the Seven Kobolds. Like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Just like Verdrux standing, like talking to her clustered
Oh.
ghosts.
And Trex is our evil witch.
Wicked bitch.
Standing.
I like it.
Yeshivan is your huntsman.
I accept that.
Ooh, nice.
There's a poisoned trail ration, except it's not actually just poisoned, it's just a normal trail ration, and the drugs dies eating it.
But then I get
Oh, it's a
brought back
biscuit.
to life. It's a biscuit because it's inedible.
Versa is obviously the prince.
No, I think Boogie and I agreed that we don't do kissies.
And then maybe Dave Rattle works too.
It's Rattle.
I'm not
Rattle
being
is
prince.
the
I'd shoot him again.
You know what?
See him in
Forget
that-
that idea.
just
Y'all are
take
the
through
worst.
their pockets.
This became chaos. I just wanted
Boogie is the
7
prince.
children.
Oh,
Lying,
Boogie
lying
is
there
the
like this,
prince.
Raoul just comes over, just goes through your pockets.
Yeah, no true love skips from Rattle.
True loves-
Just
True loves
steal.
larceny.
yeah, true love's pickpocketing.
I can't believe I've not stolen
True love
anything yet this
script.
campaign. Feels weird.
We've got time, Rattle. We've got so much time.
So, you wake up in the morning, and head back downstairs. I assume you went to rooms. I'm just gonna elide the fact that rooms exist, and you went and slept in them. And you head back downstairs into the Blue Clam, or into the main area of the Blue Clam. And there's still a couple of kobolds like milling around. It looks like one of them's got an apron on at this point and is like doing stuff. And by doing stuff, I mean like he seems to be trying to clean the floor with like a dish towel. You know what I mean? Like it's not very effective. It's not a good use of tools, but he's definitely going for it.
Bless.
Yeah.
We're small.
Yeah, these kobolds are just the most wholesome and lovely thing.
I love Small the most. I want to keep him in name and meat sweats.
Where's Small? He's nowhere to be seen. He's off.
Beans.
He's off doing stuff somewhere. The kobolds are an industrious group, and they're clearly already getting to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. Good.
Yeah. So there are some options. You have, of course, Targos that you came from 4 hours back the other way. There are places to go here in town if you want to, like the place you went to buy stuff, the east side with that girl who was singing that song, and had those very expensive torches. And then further on, there is the town of Lonelywood. You've heard from the locals that during your montage that it is a small town that's been having some kind of trouble with something. I'm sure I can get you an actual rumor about it. Let me just.
Sounds like a quest to me.
Yay!
Rumors.
Let's do it.
Love those.
So
I found Lonelywood on my scarf.
So you hear the rumors that there is a dreaded white moose up in Lonelywood that's attacking loggers and trappers on sight, and the town's best hunters can't seem to catch or kill it. They could probably use some help.
Ooh.
I'd shoot a moose with a short bow.
I'd
do that.
shoot a
Anybody
moose.
wanna
I'd do that 50 gold.
Anyone want to go after a mystical white moose?
Is that
Have I?
pay?
Did Owlbear Bursa ever hear anything or know anything about a white moose?
Roll me a history check.
Okay, Dice. Wake up and be great, please. 18!
Yeah. I mean, white moose are. I don't know if the plural is.
Yeah,
I think
moose.
it's just moose.
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 The plural of moose is moose because it's a native word.
So white moose are not a common thing. But there's nothing that should suggest that they're like preternaturally intelligent or capable of avoiding hunters or anything. You've lived outdoors in like the area of Icewind Dale for a long time, Bursa, and you've never seen one, but you know they exist. You know, like that's the level of rare we're like talking about.
Okay. So this is a thing. I just haven't experienced
Yeah,
it.
like they're rare and valuable. Like those like pelts are pretty uncommon. But they taste the same as a regular moose, so
Yeah. Well, sure. Let's get that one. Oh, maybe it'll have antlers.
Perhaps it will.
Fairly likely.
Have you ever chewed a moose antler? It is such a challenging bite. Love it.
love
You like
it.
to eat them?
Yeah, it's kind of this is gonna sound weird, so I'll say it quietly. It feels good on your gums.
Interesting. And you still feel that way even now in your Goliath form?
Oh, I don't know. These teeth are pathetic, so no.
You need more calcium. I always have calcium. No, I don't know.
What if I
vitamins
chew
are.
your bones rattle?
I don't know. Maybe I have to replace them. I don't know how that works.
Man, we have got to figure out how that works. That was out of character.
I don't know. You want to do some skeleton science? That's
Can we like
Replace
add
a small arm
bones?
with an extra.
Can we give you like more arms?
Arms would be really helpful.
I look forward to feeding you some terrible consequences when you do try. So anyway, I assume we're headed to Lonelywood. Am I correct in that assumption?
Yes.
Let's go do a quest.
Onwards to Lonelywood. So
What a lovely name.
it's only
very
like
musical.
it's only like 2 hours away. It's not that far. But it is an absolutely piddlingly small town. and it has only gotten worse as the winter has set in, of course. It is sheltered in a lovely sort of like thick forested area of the cold. A lot of pine trees and that kind of thing. Here you go. This is the map.
Yay!
Ooh.
A lot of pine
Look at
trees
this
and
little
so
map.
forth. It was clearly like founded as a logging and fishing town.
Yeah.
And it definitely is the place that, like, and you would know this for Drux because you're a folk hero around here. You would know this. Lonelywood is the place that has attracted, throughout the history of Icewind Dale, attracted the sort of like low-lifeiest people.
Okay.
You know, like it is the place where like, you know, criminals and miscreants tend to end up.
Yeah.
Dark and sordid dealings in the thick forests kind of stuff.
Got it. Okay.
But it's very small. There's only about 100 people that live here. It's
Oh, wow.
it is a hamlet in like every sense. There's very little here. I have a handout of the logo for Lonelywood. I will show it to you as I did with the previous one. It is less ridiculous than the weird blue trout or whatever.
Ooh.
It is a green, sort of a green shield. 2 narrow white triangles, one descending from the center top, the other rising from the center bottom. Almost meet on a forest green field. The top triangle represents an icicle, denoting Lonelywood's northerly location, and the bottom triangle is an ivory horn, representing the town's scrimshaw trade. That's the summary of it.
I like it.
So Lonelywood is a whaling town.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a fishing, logging, scrimshaw town. Yeah.
What is scrimshaw? I'll just Google it.
Scrimshaw is the carving of art onto bone, generally.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Any sort of bone you can get, but it's usually like, yeah, whales or that kind of stuff.
Also, this is a town where there are people who may try to steal from your pocket when you're not looking. It's not necessarily thieves, but people with very particular skill sets usually come here.
Well, then I imagine some of us might feel right at home.
Excuse me?
That's the concern.
I don't say that as an insult at all. I think your skills are rather remarkable, Rattle. In fact, I enjoy now and then checking my own pockets just to see. I'm a little disappointed. I haven't found anything missing yet.
I'm not disappointed by that, to be very clear, like for myself.
Yeshivan winks at Rattle.
I think Yeshivan was
I'd
the
love
one
to
that.
wink back. Just, you know.
Can you make like the light blink out? Like a wink?
Your eyes glow? I didn't. Yeah, I guess so.
Wait, I thought they glowed, right? Am I making that up?
I do. I'm just. I'm role playing Rattle, standing, concentrating, trying to turn their eyes off.
Give them a second.
No. I think I'd probably die. I get that feeling.
The lights go out.
Yeah. I don't know.
You
We'll see.
were
Probably.
going to say something, Bursa?
Oh, sorry, above game. I think Yeshivan was the one that explained to Bursa what scrimshaw was. And at some point, Bursa like leans back over and is like, do you think they're going to carve Rattle's bones?
Ooh, would you like to commission someone too? Because I think it would look really cool. Get some like nice sort of etchings in the skull and in the arms. Could be kind of neat. Maybe we could get some wards carved in.
How public is this conversation?
We're obviously just talking under our breath to each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I
It could
like
be
that.
very interesting if we found somebody sympathetic.
Interesting.
I'm sure they
Cool.
would see Rattle as like perfect canvas if Rattle were willing and consenting, of course. Hey, Rattle, you want tattoos?
I feel like, is this a trick question?
No, we were just thinking
Mhm.
about how interesting it could be to see if there were scrimshaw artists interested in having you as a canvas.
Mm-hmm.
Could look pretty cool.
Turn to the drugs. I feel like telling everybody I'm a skeleton is probably one of those things you don't want me to do. So I feel like that's actually a question for him.
Rattle, can I hug you?
No.
Okay,
I mean,
that's
yes, but you may not.
fine. Okay. Well,
Got to be
I'm
particular about that.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm
Well, I mean,
learning.
We obviously don't want to tell everyone that Rattle is a skeleton,
Like
but I
one
imagine there might
person.
be one
Then
person
we
who-
kill them.
Yeah, that works.
This is the only concern I have is if this is a town of people who are potentially thieves, sometimes money is more valuable than trust.
Fair enough. It
Yeah,
was
that's why we
simply-
said we would kill them.
Yes, but okay, in a place of thieves, oftentimes things are hidden, like how Rattle disappears. Think of like half a town that might be able to do that.
Mm.
I feel like I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah, that's why I said half, not the whole town, like 50%. 25%
I'm level 3.
that might be able to.
What
I have
does level
expertise as a
3
class
mean?
feature. Excuse you.
What are these words that you
What
are
are you
right now,
saying?
I'm so
Rattle?
confused.
Just Westworld.
I
Doesn't sound like
don't-
anything to me.
Maybe I knew about it in my previous life. Carried over.
So-
It's a bit weird.
Having this conversation, you walk into the streets of the town of Lonelywood. Coming south from Tourmaline, you make your way up the middle path here, sort of headed, this way towards the docks. Everything looks very sort of like private or dark or closed or what have you. Like there aren't a lot of people like around on the streets, and it's clear as you make your way around that there are only a couple of places that are like publicly open or what have you. Making your way through this area, there is a big house on your this house here, on your right. That is right? Yeah, it is. I'm bad at right and left. That looks like it's kind of warm and inviting, and there's like a bit of a smell coming out of there, like baking, and this little halfling, like walks up like in front of you, sort of stops you and goes like, hey, whoa, hey, you look like you're gonna need a place to stay tonight, right? Definitely, right?
Well, we're new here, yes, but not entirely sure. Is this home yours?
Taking a look at this halfling, by the way, they are of absolutely no discernible gender. Like they are as androgynous as a halfling can be. And they go, oh no, but there's no tavern in town. There's no inn, any place to stay. There's no rooms or anything. That place closed down like 2 years ago, and they were like, so you're gonna need a place to stay, and I know that the speaker will want to talk to you, and this is her house. This is where she lives, right here, and you should speak to her, and maybe she'll let you stay in her place. I'm definitely not getting a commission on sending people who look tough her way. There's a whole moose thing going on,
Yes, we heard about the moose thing. We actually hear sort of specifically about the moose thing. You're saying that the town speaker lives in this house?
Yeah, just go on in, and she'll probably, accost you with something.
She's going to fight us.
Unlikely. There's more of that like smell of baking wafting from the house, like a good ginger, sort of gingery cookie smell.
Ooh.
You know?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I saw someone nearly killed by a ladle.
Oh, yeah, I died a little bit one time in a different life.
I mean, a baker. I mean, a rolling pin is a makeshift
So
weapon.
this
May I
halfling.
have your name, please?
Oh, my name Scoop.
Scoop.
Ooh.
Yep.
It is very nice to meet you, Scoop. I am Yashavan, and would you mind escorting us?
Scoop is already giving you the hustle. Like, while you are talking and introducing, they are trying to push you towards the door. You know what I mean? Like, just go, and yeah, no, I'll come with you, no problem, definitely.
Is Boogie here?
Boogie is always around. Yes.
Okay.
In this town, he feels a little bit more confident about just like being around, so
Duck.
he's probably nearby to you.
Cool.
Thank you, Scoop, for the escort.
Yeah. They call me Scoop because I tell everybody what's up, you know? Like, mooses and other stuff, probably. If there were other stuff. But there's not a whole lot of stuff in this town.
I will slip Scoop a silver.
Scoop.
Do we just give everyone money? Is that
Scoop-
what we do?
Scoop takes the money and puts it in a pocket and pats the pocket.
They just said they got a commission.
Well, they also deserve a tip.
They push
How
you.
many-
They push you
How many
towards
friends
the
do
door.
you two have? Ursa, Bursa, and Brattle.
One.
This is why.
Wait,
this is
who's
how
your
you-
friend? Is it me?
That's a trick question. Don't ask that.
No.
Don't
wanna
really
know.
say anything.
Okay, then I have one too.
Anyways, Scoop,
touched.
is there anyone that you would say, Scoop, that we should be wary of?
Wary? No. I can't think of anybody you need to be wary of.
Perfect. Thank you.
Can I do an insight check on Scoop?
Sure, yeah. I can do an inside check on Scoop. if you
No,
want.
trust Scoop at all. I trust Scoop perfectly with my life.
Scoop is a wonderful,
That
charming,
big old 5.
wonderful, charming little halfling. The most charming you've ever met in your life. They are very small, but that makes them adorable.
Cool.
All right.
That seems
I
to be
like
the way
Scoop.
this campaign's going, and it's kind of weird.
I'm cool with it. This is everything I ever wanted.
I'm just reading what it tells me.
Yep.
Right. All right.
Yashavan's gonna knock on the door.
All right, so you knock on the
kind
door.
of like pull their
and-
coat, like their robes close, and like floof their hat and.
And so the door is opened by a rather like pleasant-looking human woman, like middle-aged kinda, and like she looks like she knows how to organize some stuff, but she also looks like she knows how to have a good time, you know. Scoop disappears from behind you to like go do whatever it is Scoop does around here. And this woman, she goes, "Oh, come in. You must have been traveling a long way. I have a nice place you can rest and keep yourself all, fully energized for the potential dangers ahead of us. You see." And she offers up this big tray of like ginger cookies that are in the shape of little halflings. They're like little people cookies with like a little halfling shape. She like puts it down on the counter and she goes, please help yourself, like have as many as you want. You see, we've been having this problem around here and nobody else really wants to deal with it. So I was hoping that I might tempt you with my wonderful baking to go after the white moose.
Ursa reaches for it, sniffs it really hard.
It is like a ginger cinnamony sort of smell.
Ginger snaps.
Yeah. and it crunches in a very delicious way. Yes, very particular crunch. Powerful cinnamon taste.
Rattle turns to the camera. If I'd known this was going to be so much about food, I would have tried to keep my working stomach.
We can
Looks
get you
back.
a stomach.
The DM turns towards Rattle from off camera and says, "Shut the hell up. You wanted to be a skeleton. That's your fucking problem." And then
We stand can't stand the DM.
And then
Oh,
and then goes back to playing the game and organizing the entire
But the
world.
benefit is the DM tells us about all this lovely, delicious food, and we, the players, get hungry, and then later go and enjoy that food.
it's nighttime. We can't eat any
Food.
food after the stream.
Oh no.
But you get to look
Unfortunately.
forward to it for tomorrow.
I'll forget by tomorrow.
Being a skeleton is a privilege, Dave. It's a privilege. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
All we've wanted to do
Yeah.
is pour food into your bones and decorate them with knife work.
But yeah, it seems like this person, and by the way, she introduces herself during this as Nimsy Huddle, speaker of the town. Her name is Nimsy. And
And you've mentioned that she's pleasant looking.
yeah, she's like an older lady, you know, she's probably like 40 or 50 somewhere in there, but she's like well taken care of and like a little bit on the plumper side, you know.
Yeah, Yeshavan has just kind of like been hanging on her every word and, you know, offering her assuring platitudes as she explains the job.
She totally flirts back with you, by the way. It's very much like as soon as you're paying the kind of attention that might lead to her getting what she wants, she does exactly the same thing back. And it's like, I would be ever so grateful, and I have all of this delicious cooking that you can enjoy. You know what I mean? Like kind of stuff. Like, and I have a nice warm room in the attic where you can stay while you're in town, and there's no other rooms like in this whole place.
And is there anything else that you might be able to offer us if we are successful in our endeavor?
Well, I had hoped that the cooking would be, you know, plenty, but I suppose I could offer at most like 100 gold.
This seems to be a sufficient amount. We would be happy to accept such reimbursement.
That would be for the moose's head, though. I would need the head.
Oh, that can be arranged, I believe. But can you tell us a little bit more about this moose and what exactly it is, where exactly it seems to frequent, and what has happened to cause this entire thing? About how long have you been dealing with it?
How long? Well, it's not been but sort of recently, but the moose, it defies logic. You know, we have great hunters, we have great trackers here. I mean, a wild animal's never been a problem for our loggers before, you know, and this thing just seems to appear, cause trouble, and then disappear, and nobody can find it.
Has anyone recently gone missing from your town, aside from people who've gone after the moose and have otherwise been unable to return?
Missing a few, but you know, these are dangerous places, dangerous times, and with this creature hassling us, I haven't been able to send the loggers out. It is at this point, by the way, that like 3 halfling children come barreling through the kitchen like playing tag or chasing one another, and like one of them runs into Bursa's leg or something, not looking where she's going. And they just kind of like go like, oh, sorry, and then just like keep going somewhere else in the house. Like there are 3 of them like chasing each other. This woman is definitely not a halfling, by the way, but the kids are definitely tiny halfling kids.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Any other pertinent or important information that you could think of that might help us or aid us in finding this white moose?
I mean, there's probably tracks, you know, nearby, locally, that you'll be able to find if you venture out into the woods. But other than that, I couldn't give you much of an idea where to start hunting. I assume you're all capable adventurers and know what it is that needs to be done in these kinds of circumstances.
You got some hunting traps that we could use? Stuff?
If you talk to the barkeep in the Lucky Liar, they might have some stuff you can use, or somebody there might have something.
And I
Those
was
stuff
told there was a
nowadays
place
is-
around here where we could look into some crafting.
Oh, yes, the Happy Scrimshander. If you just go, like, north, you'll see the signs. It's right here. I'm pinging it.
Thank you.
It's run by a very, very pleasant old lady.
I imagine not half so pleasant as you.
Very, like, oh, stop kind of look. And she says, but I was, and Scoop is serious about the situation with the rooms. There's nowhere to stay, really, in town. So I'd be happy to offer you, like I said, the attic here in my house while you're working on finding the moose.
There's only 3 rooms, but one of you's welcome to stay with me. I was just getting that vibe. Sorry, I was just a bit bitter about the whole. I got gingerbread allergy, so everybody's having a nice time.
She's like,
mooses.
she looks at you, Rattle, like, no, not anything like that. But like I said,
everyone is being suspiciously positive for this nearly deserted logging town. Even the shop names.
It isn't deserted. It's just small.
Everybody's like boarded up their windows. I think I saw someone like holding a crossbow, like hiding behind their curtains. I don't know. This place is really, really sketchy.
I am speaker for this town, right? The town that you're
I'm just
talking
saying,
about.
it's got a bit of an image problem.
You'll have to excuse Rattle. They don't get out much.
She doesn't really seem to know how to reply. She's like, well, you're free to leave at any time.
We will
Like,
happily accept your attic.
Nice.
Thank you very much for the offer. We will probably go and, go out and about into our business to get the supplies we need to finish the job. And we will return before it gets dark for some rest.
Where has the moose been sighted, if I may ask?
in the woods to the east of here.
Thank you.
Yeah, near the logging encampments.
Do you have cider?
Maybe. She definitely has like cinnamon, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like cooking supplies. So
Versa, have you ever had hot chocolate?
Had what?
Mm.
Hmm.
I think that when the opportunity presents itself, you will have to try it.
Mm. And you just see her grab like 4 more cookies off of the tray.
I love
Sweet
Versa's
tooth.
sweet tooth so much.
So she does, like, before you leave, say something as well to the group of you. She goes, something else. It's not related, but there is some kind of useless real estate in the town. The local inn is boarded up at the moment, and I was thinking that I would offer it as a reward to our hunters for getting the moose, like to whoever brought me the head of the moose. So I'm happy to put your hat into that ring as well if you're interested in a lovely building here in Lonelywood.
I mean, starting up our own business here, essentially.
I would hope so.
Interesting notion. We will have
Sorry,
to consider it.
We got stocks in a mine back in the other town. I don't think we could split the ventures. There's only 4 of us. Got to look after a group of 7 kobolds and a goblin for some reason. Actually, they could stop. What if Boogie staffs the inn? I hate how much sense certain things start to make.
Yep. Welcome to this game. I'm so sorry.
Speaker, may I ask you another question?
Of course.
Has anyone died from the moose?
Yes. Yeah, there have been several deaths.
Interesting.
Moose are not to
Have
be
they-
moose are not to be underestimated.
No, I agree. I just didn't. Is it attacking anyone in the area, or is it attacking people who go to a specific area?
It's keeping the workers away from the logging camps, so they can't work.
Good to know. Thank you.
You mentioned it appeared and disappeared in a way that seemed magical or just natural.
Oh, I just mean nobody could find it. Tracking it's been really difficult, or catching it.
This is going to be a Gabe to Elf question.
Yeah.
Is it worth me asking if she knows who the last person that went there to talk to them was? Like, is that information?
No,
Okay,
it's. I don't have an NPC you can go and
Cool.
talk to. Really.
that's why I wanted to ask
Like-
instead of like throwing that at you.
Like I
Yeah.
could make one up, but it would just be like me making stuff up rather
Cool.
than the module having something. Yeah.
That's why I asked. Thank you.
Good call. Good call.
All right, is there anything else we feel we need? Aside from more cookies, of course. And
Hunting
yes, one finally
traps,
takes one.
a spring to load a crossbow, tripwire, more ball bearings, caltrops.
I asked the speaker if I can take all the cookies that are left.
She seems to agree.
Cool. I'm gonna
Like
just
yeah,
put 'em in
sure,
a bag.
sure. I'll just keep one or two. You know, like keeps a couple of them for
Yeah.
her kids probably.
Deal.
We should return shortly. Thank you, Mimsy.
No worries, I'll be here and the door will be open. So if if you're late, man, it'll be open.
So, Elf, I would like you. May I roll a certain number of dice to determine how many cookies I have? Because it's fun.
Roll me a. You know what? Roll me 2d6.
Cool.
Give me a great,
9.
Give me a great sword's worth of halfling shaped ginger cookies.
9 halfling shaped ginger cookies.
Hey, there you go.
Cool. I'm actually writing down all
That
my
is how many halfling shaped ginger cookies you have. Yeah.
Thank you.
By the way, in the interest of transparency, I realized halfway through the dialogue that Nimsy was supposed to be a halfling, and then
That's
fine.
fine.
and then I was like, nah, she's just a human lady with halfling kids. It's fine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Good for her.
I mean, their parents probably died in a tragic moose-related accident fairly recently.
Or maybe the genetic, like, you either get like halfling build or human build.
Yeah. Who knows? It's hard to say.
Humans mate with anything.
I just thought I would
turns out.
mention. I just thought I would mention that I made a mistake like halfway through. I was like,
Love it.
I was like,
I do that all the
"Oh,
time with
shit."
modules.
I was-
This thing is true.
Yeah.
I didn't finish reading the paragraph. It's not at all true.
yeah, no, it's not. So if you want to see so I'm just gonna talk like a little out of game. So there is a mechanic for like getting a building in this town. There's a thing that can happen. There's a tavern in this town called Ramshackle, and it is like the owner like died 2 years ago, and it's just been like a boarded up, useless inn since then. And it is on the table for like a thing you can get for doing this quest. If you happen to want an abandoned inn, in Lone
This
We can
adventure
open a
so far.
restaurant. We can open a really nice restaurant,
We could.
and Rattle could be the chef.
Oh,
With this adventure so far, Dave, you're gonna say something.
yeah. I was gonna say it's giving me a lot of Fable vibes. A lot of places you go, you do quest, and then there is real estate there, or you like invest in a
What I
mine, or-
will also tell you is that a lot of the places you go, there's a post text for me of like if they come back, X thing, you know what I mean, or like if
Neat.
they visit again, Y thing is different, or whatever, like that kind of stuff.
That's awesome. I love that.
Just
There's
so
been an
you, just so you-
industrial revolution when you're back. There are a bunch of factories all manned by kobolds.
just so you know, like that stuff exists, you know.
That's really cool. A lot of adventures just like
Yeah.
a place is like a
So before
chain.
we go on to the Lucky Liar and the Happy Scrimshander, which I assume we are going to shortly, let's take our break, and we'll come back to it right after. Yeah. More adventures in the town of
do it.
Lonelywood when we are back. We will see you very shortly. Remember to do, is it hashtag Kobold today for the giveaway?
Kobolds.
Kobolds. Yep.
Kobolds. Hashtag
Ooh.
Kobolds
That one, many.
for the giveaway for the Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, Roll20 code. So, remember to do that. Definitely do that.
Own your own tavern.
And we'll be right back. See you in just a minute. we're back once again from our break. We are once again Icewind Daling it. We were, I believe, my dear friends, about to venture to some stores and locations within the town of Lonelywood. Where would you like to go? You have the Lucky Liar Tavern and the Happy Scrimshander, both of which are to your, like, sort of north in town.
Well, I'm invested in this hunting, tracking sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I know there are mechanically like hunting traps and stuff in the game. So carrying around one or two's probably makes sense if we're tracking something that we assume is an animal.
Oh, did we lose somebody? What?
Oh, we lost Gabe.
We lost Gabe.
Lost Gabe.
We lost
I'm
Gabe.
in charge now.
Oh no!
I am Gabe.
The cameras are all fucked up, but that's okay. That's fine.
Oh, the reverse cosplay.
I'm sure Gabe will be the reverse.
I am Gabe. Hold
reverse.
on. I have to add the like red filter so I
Yeah,
can be
yeah.
Gabe properly.
I'm sure.
I don't
he'll
think
be
anybody
right
can
back.
even see what you're doing currently, Aki or Auril. So.
Move like halfway into a different frame. I don't know how it works.
There we go. Can you see me now?
No. You're,
No, other way.
You're entirely. I can see your forehead on stream. That's it.
No.
Yeah.
So let's see. Can we
I'm
make a
Gabe.
plan?
I'm very good at making games. And I like being in the woods.
Absolutely.
Oh boy! All right. Well, we'll wait. We'll wait just a second. I'll take us back to the main screen. Not that that will help at all. It'll just be more of a jumbled mess. So I just go back to this screen and wait to see if Gabe comes back within the next soon amount of time.
Wi-Fi crash resetting. You can keep going.
Well, I mean, we
It's
can't.
apparently the update.
Yeah, I had to
we-
hard reset my Wi-Fi
will-
this morning.
We will wait until Gabe returns before I say things that I would then need to repeat a second time. But that's fine. We can survive on this like mashed up camera situation for a little while. It's totally fine. It's no problem.
Speaking of which, is anybody trained in survival?
I am. I have a +3 to survival.
Fantastic.
You know, from like owlbear stuff.
Yeah.
From
makes
like
sense.
owlbear stuff, indeed.
Probably going to be some of that following track stuff. We need
Yeah.
somebody who's good at that.
Indeed.
That feels directly up versus alley.
Indeed. There's a lot of. Can you follow the tracks? Do you find the moose?
My character sheet would lead me to believe that I would be able to do this. We will see if the dice agrees.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the real kicker, isn't it?
Yep.
Do.
Ba, 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 ba.
You'd think by now that Zoom would have an option for fixed window locations. You would think that.
Yeah. Do you want me to come in and
But
like
you would be incorrect.
do you want me to add myself a second time so we can like set the windows right?
No, it's fine. Once Gabe rejoins, it'll all magically work again.
Just be a minute.
It's just that the way that I select them is specifically.
Okay.
Like it requires 5 to work. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, if you can, I could just like if I join again from my phone, I think it'll make a dummy window that would fill Gabe's spot.
It will, but I'm sure Gabe will be back in the near future, and I don't really care that much about.
So,
The
question.
viewers can handle the fact that we are somewhat mangled for a couple minutes. I'm pretty sure.
It's just one of those days. Everybody's kind of a bit all over the place. It's fine.
Speak
It
for
happens.
yourself, Dave. I'm perfect in every single possible way.
Practically perfect in
true.
every way.
I'm not though. Yeah.
Do you have chipsticks over in the US or
I
Canada?
have no idea what you're talking about. So
Are
probably
those
not.
potato chips that are shaped like little French fries? No, but
Yeah,
those are really
salt and
cool.
vinegar flavored.
Nice.
Ooh, salt and vinegar chips are so good.
I
They
like
have
it.
something similar to that in Japan. That was one of my favorite things to eat that I
Nice.
love.
I love them. That's what I'm eating now. Sorry. Too tired.
Dave, sponsored by Chipsticks. Please acquire your local Chipsticks.
Oh no, you're gonna have to like
All right.
blur that out in post.
If Dave is
I'm not-
sponsored by
if
Chipsticks,
you-
I want to be sponsored by Chapstick.
If you think I'm gonna do extra work in post, Dave, you're crazy. That's never gonna happen. He's sponsored by Chapstick. I mean, that is a pretty good. That's a pretty good option, really. You just never have
sponsored
dry
by
lips.
sushi.
Oh man,
Ooh.
just the
Big sushi.
just the concept of
Just
sushi.
the concept, yeah.
Just the platonic ideal of sushi. What do you call it? Because there's like one perfect image for every. Is that the platonic ideal? Like there's one perfect image for every object.
Yeah.
Like a platonic
The
ideal of a chair.
form.
The platonic idea of a
perfect
chair
form.
is like a perfect chair. So Aki is sponsored by the platonic ideal of sushi.
We love it. Nice. Oh.
Nato sitting in the cave, looking at shadows on the wall,
Yeah.
Turns around,
What
takes the sushi delivery, goes back in the cave.
Gets his skip the dishes Uber Eats vendor or whatever, and like goes back into the cave to look at shadows.
A new
goes-
philosophy degree would be useful one time for making a really
You did
confident joke about
I was
I'm
also-
so proud of you.
I was also like a liberal arts major, so I've had the conversation of the philosophical God does God exist conversation way more times than anybody should.
Heck yeah.
Uh,
Poli-sci with a focus on international relations and political theory. So,
when I
what
say
up, Plato?
when
Let's
I
go.
Say, when I say I
That was
did,
not Socrates. That's Plato.
when I say I did liberal arts, I definitely 100% did not pass it though. So
Yeah.
I was in it by
And?
that's how it is, right? Yeah.
When I thought I was going to be a doctor, the reason I know about colons is I used to work in a plastination lab. I would make like the bodyworks, the cadaver.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
it was real gross.
Yeah. It sounds
You
like
know about
that
skeletons?
sounds like the kind of job I would never do, but that's fine, if that's your thing, I guess.
It's weird how quickly brains go from not literal brains, conceptual
Yeah.
brains go from
The platonic
mired
ideal of
in
brains.
the platonic ideal of brains go from in it and horrified to dissociative and not at all bothered by it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like a survival mechanism, right? Where you're just like,
Yep.
nope, this is fine now.
Yeah.
By the way,
Now I'm
Chad,
into
I'm
it.
so sorry you're getting a second intro, ramble because I just.
This is what they pay for. In
Just
fact, they
go,
don't pay
pretty
for
sure
it.
that they
They
don't
take what they can
mind.
get.
I'm pretty
Chat,
sure.
ask us questions. It
Yeah.
could be about us or about our group or
Yeah.
about
Their
our
main character.
characters.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
We will answer.
Just
things.
qualify who are you asking the question to, and we will answer accordingly.
We will do it. We will answer questions. That's.
I feel
what
like
we'll
this is because we announced the name of the group, and now it's just happening.
do. Until Gabe gets back, we will answer questions posted by chat.
Ooh.
What's the temperature outside? Is it rainy? Does it snow? I don't know. It's too dark to see anything.
It
It's
snowed
nighttime.
and then it was cold where I was. That's what happened.
Ooh.
It's supposed to rain today in Los Angeles.
Oh,
Yeah, supposedly, but it's actually quite nice.
Okay, general question for the group. What is your favorite character you've ever played?
Ooh.
Do you have a favorite character you've ever played?
My first streamed campaign was Demigods, which is a Powered by the Apocalypse game. And I walked in the door with a character concept and then threw it all away and decided I was going to play a mommy blogger that was actually a sniper. It was so much fun to have that juxtaposition of suburban housewife with all of the airs and affectations of perfection that gets pushed out onto the internet,
Yeah.
but then also a son of a literal or a daughter of a literal goddess and a fighter. So that was probably Titus is probably my favorite. If for no other reason than I have slowly taken on aspects of her life.
I
I
understand.
don't know. I'm wearing her sweater now.
Dave, do you have a favorite character of all time? Jumps in your mind?
The thing that comes to mind as soon as the question is asked is probably 8.
8's pretty great. Yeah.
It was just a lot of fun.
Warforged badass. So good.
Yep.
How about you, Arky?
And I had
Oh,
4
sorry.
charisma.
For charisma, yeah.
And role playing
Amazing.
that was so fun. I could be even more monotone than I was normally, and I could just pretend it was in character. It's like,
Do you
It's really
have?
funny because I think that my favorite character is from a one shot that I did.
I understand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Swords Fall one shot I did with Abria might have been like
Oh my god.
my favorite character I've ever had the chance to play. It was just
You
so
were-
much fun.
Transcendent. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Oh.
It was just a transcendent table, though.
Yeah.
Like, it was probably one of the coolest tables I've ever had the chance to play at. And, like, just a really, really cool. It was just cool. It was a lot of fun.
For those of you who don't know, sorry, I just want to like gas up Aki a little more. Sourcefall like hasn't come out fully yet, but I was able to get like the first copy of like a one shot and literally picked out a bunch of tracks, stacked the table like deep with amazing role players and freestylers, and like they all literally like improvise songs and freestyle raps on the spot.
Sweet.
It was so dope.
It was a lot of fun.
It was so cool.
My personal favorite character of all time is, everybody would expect me to say a certain character, but my personal favorite of all time is Joy from our Burning Wheel campaign. She's my absolute favorite character.
That was such an elf character.
She was.
What made her special?
She was a like a fish out of water court jester character in a world where God had died. Like,
ooh, so edgy. I love it.
She was, one of her flaws was that every time somebody mentioned God, she had to laugh. So everybody was having these like really serious conversations about like the end of the world and stuff, and she was just like ruining every serious moment with like this horrible cackling. And then eventually she picked a fight way bigger than she could take on, and in spite, she was killed basically for her own spite, and then resurrected as like a zombie mummy undead creature. And that is just like, she is my absolute favorite. If you get a chance to watch the Roll20 Burning Wheel stuff, it is worth watching. Just like
dope. I saw a cool question. If you could play an RPG with anyone, like, who would you bring to the table?
Oh shit, that's a difficult question for me. Because I know so many cool people.
I bet Bill Bailey would be really funny to play D&D with.
Yeah.
I bet he'd get super into it.
I don't know who that is. Googling.
Bill Bailey is fantastic. He's one of the...
I feel like this is just like one of those moments where I'm like, I just need to pick a person that I like and would enjoy meeting, rather than like who I would want to play D&D with.
I want
You
to
know what
play
I mean?
at a table with Ming-Na Wen.
Yeah, that's not
amazing.
Not a bad choice.
My pick is Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele, yeah.
I feel like he'd be good at it and would just like bring that little bit of like cool spooky, like Call of Cthulhu with Jordan Peele. Let's go.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, 10 Candles with Jordan Peele is my final answer.
Give me David Tennant. I will play
yes, please.
tabletop games. David Tennant. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I'll do.
Oh, I know who Bill Bailey is.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's not a name that's like immediately.
I'll tell you what, I was watching... I don't know if it's a thing outside of the UK. Do you have Strictly Come Dancing?
We have we have it's called a different thing here. It's oh god, what is that ballroom dance show that we have? What is it called again? Dancing with the Stars, I think, is what we have.
Oh, ew, yeah.
Yeah, your Strictly Come Dancing is our Dancing with the Stars.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got another.
Bailey's on that.
Oh, okay.
And he
Nice.
just, the amount he's just put into like getting really good at it in a couple of weeks is so. He's so wholesome in like every way. I love it so
They
much.
take it really seriously, like the people who come
I
on.
got another D&D related question. Here we go. What D&D monster or beast would you want as a pet? What's your ideal
Beholder.
D&D?
Next question.
Beholders are sentient. What?
What? You said monster.
I guess I did, yeah. But they're like, they have like people intelligence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a really cool like hangout.
Yeah, I guess
That's a cool hang.
Yeah, no, never mind. Yeah, no, I passed. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Still Tresson. Already had a
Tressum.
Tressum. Take
Yeah.
Tressum.
Winged
I
cat.
don't feel like I know enough about
Oh my God.
monsters in D&D to pick, but I don't know. I feel like having some sort of like giant monstrosity would be a lot of fun.
Just the
Right?
just the Tarask, just as a pet.
Yeah.
I can own a Tarask as a pet and not die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your
I
pet.
want a
it's your
displacer
pet.
beast.
Displacer beasts are cool.
It's a bad
I
kitty.
wonder, yeah.
What is the name of the bunnicorns? I just know them as bunnicorns, but give me one of those.
Oh,
Specifically the really dumb one from our Tomb campaign. The really stupid one. That one.
oh God.
Side note, that was going to be my suggestion for our group name was Displacer Beast because I can only think of names as like improv groups. And I was like, that's an improv name.
Displacer Beast is a great name. I like Chaos Initiative slightly better, but...
Oh, yeah, for
Displacer
sure.
Beast yeah, Almirage. Yeah, Almirages. Yeah, give me an Almirage. They're cute. I want to pet them. Oh my God, Gabe is back.
Yay!
Hi, I apologize. I like living in the woods. It makes connections suck.
Hey, Gabe. If you could have any D&D beast or monster as a pet, what would you pick?
Displacer Beast.
Yeah, there you go.
You two are the same person.
Okay.
Steve, I was
Oh
just
my
saying
God.
that my suggestion before Aki absolutely like shut it down with Chaos Initiative was to say that our group name should be Displacer Beast because it sounds like an edgy Los Angeles improv team.
Do you want to make an edgy Los Angeles improv team called Displacer Beast?
I actually super do. Carlos, where's Carlos?
all right, team. All right, now that Gabe's back, we can do D&D things. As much as I want to have a second intro, but you know.
What are we even doing?
How did none of us pick Dragon, by the way?
Because
We're
it's
all
the most
too easy.
obvious. It's the most obvious choice.
because it's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. But what color dragon pet would you have?
Ancient Gold Dragon.
Oh, ancient gold. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd want. I
That's
think I'd
like
want a
saying
platinum
Tarask.
or-
Yeah.
I think I'd either want a platinum or one of the gem dragons.
Well, just get Bahamut. Like, I want Bahamut as a pet. Thank you.
Yeah. Tiamat, please.
Of course, Tiamat.
She seems cool.
Yeah.
He's got 5 heads.
Wait, any monster or beast from D&D? I would like Asmodeus, please, as my
Yeah.
Asmodeus.
Don't make me make dirty jokes.
Yeah, the ruby rod. Yeah. Yeah, the ruby rod of Asmodeus, very thinly veiled. That one.
It's
Carries
so
it around
thinly
wherever
veiled.
he goes, and his magic comes from the staff. Yeah. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna stop now.
That's kind of moose.
All right.
Let's go get a moose.
All right. Lonelywood. So you have 2 places you can go in Lonelywood. One is, of course, the Happy Scrimshander, which I have mentioned before, and the Lucky Liar, which I have also mentioned before. One is a store full of presumably crafting things, as I had said, and the other is a tavern where you have been told that you may be able to find some traps and stuff for hunting.
I feel like this is like the party splits up very temporarily, but we can decide who goes first.
Sure,
'cause I
yeah.
think we want to hit both places.
Yeah, I mean, you can hit both, yeah.
I'm on the whole traps situation.
Okay, so you're headed to, Rattle is headed to the Lucky Liar.
I'm going to the Happy Scrimshander.
Cool.
Would you like to accompany me, Vidrux?
Oh, let's go to the Happy Scrimshander.
I'll follow Rattle.
All right, cool. We've got our
Best
split.
buds. That's us too.
So I guess we'll start with the Happy Scrimshander. When Yeshivon and Vidrux enter the Happy Scrimshander, it is a little shop that's like facing the docks, and it's very busy looking place. And inside, by busy I mean there's a lot of objects in it, a lot of trinkets and weird things, but mostly it's all sorts of needles and knives and a wide variety of shapes and sizes. There's any color of ink you could possibly want. There's like the wax you would use to seal things or seal engravings. There's all kinds of like weird crafting material that's to do with like scrimshaw and other such crafting. Yeah. And behind the counter, there is a spindly looking old lady with her gray hair in a ponytail, currently working on her own piece of art on what looks like a femur, with a very pointy looking knife. And she looks up and she goes, "Oh, hello. Can I help you with something?"
I came in search of an artisan who might be able to help me with a project that I am working on.
Well, I've known a few artisans in my time. Many come and go. There was one. His name was Bill. He's dead now, but he was very good, and was quite successful, as far as I remember. That was actually his work. Like, points up at like one of the scrimshaw pieces on the wall that looks like a jawbone that's got like some kind of like a wolf jawbone or something that's got like a cool image on it. It's cool, okay. And she says, but you don't need to hear about the old dead artisans. You want somebody who I presume could do something for you now, yes?
You appear to be quite skilled.
Well, some would say so. I've some skill with the knife and needle, yes.
And Yashivan is going to place the bundle on the counter. I was hoping to perhaps have these mounted to some sort of a head piece in order to be worn. But it occurs to me that it might be nice to have some work done on them as well. Some kind of carving.
Is there anything you have in mind in particular? She like takes the antlers and like looking them over, like her hands are like hyper calloused and like very like veiny and like, wrinkly. She looks
Could you make them look like they're covered in owlbird feathers?
Sort of a feather pattern. She like thinks to herself. There's like, you notice this close. She's got like a needle in her mouth. You know what I mean? Like a toothpick. She's like thoughtfully waggles it around to the other side of her mouth, and she goes, "I could probably. Yes, I think so. I think I could. Yes. You want it on some kind of a headpiece?
So that someone could wear it on their head. Whether
Yeah.
that's a wrap or a leather helm of some kind or whatever, like a skull cap, however best you feel.
I might be able to figure something out. I'll do the work first and then mount them after. Take me a little bit of time.
That's fine. We're a bit of a traveling group, so if we had to leave and then later return, that would also be all right.
Probably not that much time.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. How much for this rather detailed work?
Art, specialized skills, it doesn't come cheap necessarily. Let's say 20 gold.
Yes, that seems fair to me.
Very well. Wonderful. I'll get to work right away. And she like sets the femur aside.
You don't lowball artists. You never lowball artists.
I never lowball artists. And she gets to work in like kind of right away. She like takes the antlers and she's looking them over to where to start. And she goes, "Oh, anything else I can do for you?"
I think I might have a look at some of your knives, but otherwise, I feel...
Oh, yes. Please, come over. And she doesn't even let you finish the sentence. She just, like, shepherds you over to the table with many knives on it. And these are, like, modern-day sort of, like, display cases full of, like, pocket knives and switchblades and whatever the hell else. It's basically the fantasy equivalent of that, right? It is every goddamn possible knife under the sun, which is crazy considering this is a town of 100 people. How many possible knives could they need? There are more knives here than you could give to the entire town. And and all of them are different or detailed in some way. And like as she's going over them, she's like running her hand on them, on the hilts of them, or like checking the points or what have you with her bony finger. And she clearly loves the knives, like they are her babies. And she goes like, oh, for you, I think this one might be good. And she like takes out like this weird wiggly looking like Chris knife, and goes like, if you're interested, I'm very unique sort of blade, say inlaid with bone from a local shark.
Indeed. Do you get many sharks?
Not recently. Very, very cold at the moment. The ice, really freezes them over. But I knew a man, who slew many in his day, trying to keep the fishing areas safe. He's dead now as well. But that's, it's fine. Everybody has to go at some time.
Well, and Yeshvan kind of checks the balance of it and sort of shows it off to Vidrux and is like, do you have any arrowheads by any chance for crossbow bolts or the like?
Arrows? No, nothing like that. No, we're have utility store here. We don't do weapons. No. And there's a bundle of knives on the table in front of her while she talks about there not being any weapons in the place.
Mm-hmm. Of course, weapons are not what you sell. I see. Well, this is quite lovely, but I think I will keep browsing for the time being. And if I need anything else, I will let you know.
Yeah, oh, yes, of course. And she takes the knife and, sets it back down in exactly the place that it was in. And then turns back around to go look at the antlers, because you've basically said, no, I don't want you to hover. You know what I mean? And she's gone off to look at the project you've given her.
How are you feeling, Vidrux? About
Oh,
the
I'm
whole
fine.
situation?
Unsure. I have no idea.
She immediately
what's
turns
happening.
around when she realizes there's another person in the room. She hasn't even addressed Vidrux at all. It was like, you didn't need anything either, did you?
No, unless you know anything about the white moose.
I know it's been a real bother.
Good enough.
All right. She turns back to her work.
Yes, I have nothing that I've really wanted here. You seemed very passionate about it, and you asked me to come along, so I wanted to be supportive.
I appreciate your support very
Yes.
much. I do wonder, though, if you have any, because I know how your brain works. So I'm curious as to what your thoughts are of this situation.
Thank you.
You mentioned that you were unsure. Why?
Well, what is happening? This town is very small, and the people have been very upfront so far. It makes me skeptical, considering what I would have thought of this place. It makes me less than trusting, but I have decided to see how the rest of the party proceeds, instead of going to the forefront myself. Because we are a cooperative group.
You are correct about that. I hope they're not about to run into too much trouble where they're going.
Oh, they will, no doubt. We have met them. And now they are left alone to their own devices again.
Yes, but I think that they are capable of discerning what is and isn't appropriate at this point.
See, that's my problem. They will know whether or not it's appropriate and still choose to cause havoc. But this way I'm not directly associated with it.
Fair enough, but you do have to at some point perhaps embrace, maybe ever so slightly,
No, I don't.
that Havoc is our brand.
No, I don't. I am a folk hero.
Folk heroes come with their own brand of Havoc.
You're just trying to use fancy words to make me get along with them, and I do. I just want to. I don't have to do it your way.
Oh, I never said that you had to get along with them my way. I'm just. I'm
Yes,
giving
Siobhan.
you.
The more you try to convince me, the more I want to say no because Rattle's rubbing off on me.
See, it's already working. You're already starting to embrace that habit just a little bit.
I suppose. But
I think
yeah.
that's good. A little bit of of balance is always good. If one is too much of one thing and not the other, eventually they tie themselves up in a knot.
Yes, Siobhan, that's why I praise a pantheon. I have balance. It's the rest of you that I am.
Do I seem unbalanced to you?
By the way,
Yes.
while you continue this conversation, the old lady behind the counter has started humming tunelessly to herself while she begins the scrimshaw work on the antlers. Like she's already figured out where she's gonna start, and has begun the patterning already. But it is like a disruptive sort of like in the background, no, she's ignoring you entirely, but she's like in her own world,
Yep. All of you have your own strengths, and I appreciate that and understand that. And I have continued because it helps me with my own personal goals that I would like to achieve. But I will also say that me going along with does not mean I support all of the choices that we make. And my silence does not mean cooperation. It means acceptance. That is why I don't fight or argue with them very much. Even if I'm right, it doesn't matter because being right has no value. It's the end result that has value. Don't mind game me.
I would never.
That's a lie. That's why you're smiling.
I smile because it's fun to smile.
Yes.
Try it more often.
Maybe I just smiled when... That's my business.
I knew a man who smiled quite a lot back in my day.
That's gross. I'm leaving. Walking out.
He's dead now, obviously.
Well, now that's sad. I'm sorry. Did he go? Well, never mind. Never mind.
He fell off a bridge and broke his neck.
Who the hell is this old lady? Is this elf or is this canon?
We're keeping her. I love her.
I will tell you that it says in her description, she doesn't talk about her shady past except to speak fondly of people she once knew who have since died.
Good job, writer.
I love her.
That is part of her backstory.
This whole town's shady. I told y'all. I'm not getting close to nobody. Not even Scoop. And notice, Gabe specifically didn't say if Jerks ate any of those cookies, but I took some. We're going to get them checked out.
Okay.
Oh, we're
I'm checking them out with my stomach right now.
So-
I am also.
So cut over to the Lucky Liar, where our dear friends Rattle and Bertha have entered. This place looks to be sort of like mostly a pretty well kept establishment, considering it's like a drinking parlor in a 100-person town. It's like fairly neat and tidy. And there is a raven-haired woman behind the bar, who is serving drinks to those who are at the counter. There are a couple of people like scattered around. There are groups of 2 or 3, burly looking individuals who have some gear with them that looks like, crossbows, like longbows, that kind of stuff. There is a shady looking bird person is the only description I can get, like black feathered bird person hanging out in the back, smoking a pipe, like a really long pipe that's like in their beak, and he's talking with some halfling that's sitting at the same table, occasionally blowing smoke into the halfling's face. Yeah, that's kind of the setup. There's a bunch of like grim-looking ranger types and weird Kenku and a halfling.
Versus putting all of her like precious belongings, like the gold, like she's tucking it like deep inside her.
Yeah,
clothing.
yeah, you're like hiding it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, also Scoop is here, having a drink of an ale as big as their head, basically.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Okay, Rattle, what are we doing?
It supplies. Moose killing supplies.
Okay, but the way you're saying it, it feels like you're about to do like a deal. Oh.
I don't know.
And you said it cool. I was just telling you it was cool.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to back that up. I know
Am
you're
I
good
your
at looking
friend?
for things. Difficult question.
Well, who is your one friend then?
Excuse me, bar guy, bar person, please.
The dark-haired lady looks up when you call over, and she goes like, "Yes."
We're gonna hunt this this moose for you. I was hoping the halfling speaker lady. She said you might be the person to go to for like hunting supplies.
Well, I mean, I don't have the supplies, but she like waves a hand towards some of her customers, and there's like people who are obviously hunters themselves, like around. It's the only place in town you're gonna find.
All right, great. Well, I turn and open my arms to the assembled people. I need a crossbow. And I need a hunting trap.
The hunters look up at you. The guys at the table look up at you because you're just like addressing the room generally, right?
Yeah.
They're like, "That's great. You should have bought one."
Yeah, you're right. But now it's your opportunity to make some gold. Because apparently everybody else in the group gives it to like kobolds and stuff, but I'm going to use it for the mission at hand.
Tell you what, I've been hunting for like a week and I found nothing. I'll sell you this crossbow for like 20 gold.
All right. Good, sir. Fellow. I'll take it.
He looks like a rugged, bearded human that you're talking to. And he hands you a crossbow for your 20
All right.
gold.
Sweet deal. They're normally 25.
I know. Yeah.
What a steal. So you have some corals with it, some bolts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just realized I'm still using a short bow when I could be using a light crossbow.
Yeah.
There's no reason to be doing that.
He indeed gave you a crossbow, but you don't have any bolts. So
I don't have any bolts. He didn't have any with it.
he holds bolts up and he goes, "And I'll give you the bolts for 30."
Out of character, Dave, did you add that 15 gold that we got from our thing?
Yes, I did. Oh God, do I just shoot this man?
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, look at me real quick. They're not here. It's just you and me.
I know. God, I just want to stab him.
There's
or
what,
shoot
100
him.
people in this town? We can kill them all. Let's go.
What?
All I'm saying
Like
is,
if
all I'm
ever
saying
you're
is,
gonna get a chance to like be your best self.
we can always reach out to Rachel again for more art.
Oh, I see. Very funny. I see what you did there.
Which person? We all said a
You.
lot.
Sorry,
That's you.
I went back into character. I
Oh,
apologize.
okay, right, got it. Yeah, he's holding the bolts up, looking real smug.
So you could either sell me those for not 30 gold, or I like point to Bursa as well. I'm gonna put my hands over.
Bursa turns around and looks like, "Are you pointing at your friend?"
He also waves the bolts towards the like two other guys at the table with him and goes like, or. Come on, little man, finish your sentences.
I stab him with a short sword. I just stab him. Stabbed
roll
this man.
initiative, because he's clearly provoking you. He's not
I'm
just
so
going
sorry,
not.
everybody else. Is it okay if I do this?
Live your
You're
life.
going
I'm not
for it.
there.
You're going for it.
Oh, do the thing.
I didn't have this planned, so give me 1 sec.
Well, I mean, you asked for it.
Should
I
I
know,
also
but
roll initiative?
I planned for it is the other thing. Yeah, you well if you're involved in the fight, you should roll initiative. Yes.
Ooh. Is Boogie there? Chat asking the important questions.
Is Boogie there? Would Boogie have been with you? If so, yes. If no, he's sleeping in the attic.
The thing I want most in this world is for Boogie to be there, to be getting a drink, and to completely ignore the fight.
That sounds accurate. Yes.
Like Boogie got there before we did, has already established like that they are just posted up and chill, and we'll just look on.
We're just gonna have to use a map from outside because I don't want to improvise, pull a map together right
Oh
now.
yeah, you're
Let me
good.
just-
No, absolutely.
Let me just see what I can do here. Because I don't want to deny you a wonderful combat.
Right?
Rattle
But-
finally gets to go off.
Do you know what? I mean, no, I've said it. I've taken my hand off the piece.
Yeah, you did say you attack. That is what you said.
Yeah. I was thinking of revising it to just throwing a knife into the back of his chair really quick, but I mean, I said I'd stab him, so now I've got to stab him.
Okay, well, we'll use this guy, this guy, and his friend. This other guy. Yeah, that seems good.
And it was a light crossbow, right? That you were getting.
I figure as much, yeah. It would be unusual.
Yeah, I know flu epidemic. They didn't say that we were friends.
Yeah.
So,
It's the voice in their head.
we are probably good. Let me just move you over to where we're at. Sorry to the other two of you who are gonna sit for just a minute while we handle.
You kidding me?
Safe.
This is great.
I got fan art of this character. Like the drugs is high living. I got kobold babies. I got goblin gang. Like I'm just
Okay.
stockpiling.
So, I know it looks like we're outside, but imagine we're in a tavern, and you've just started a fight with this fine group of gentlemen. Nobody else seems to like move to help or stop you or anything necessarily like that. So it looks like it's going to be an isolated incident, so to speak. I can't remember where my initiative tracker is. I am the worst. But yeah, I need you to roll initiatives for Bursa, if you haven't already. There it is. Oh wait, I gotta clear this first. Hang on.
Oh.
You can just re-roll and then re-add them as you like.
Sure. Should have done that one.
Okay. And then this guy. And
Get him, Rattle.
then This
Oh,
guy. Wow, they all rolled pretty well. So, immediately as soon as you move to stab this man, his friend is the first person to act, and he gets up and draws the, I believe he had a bow. Let me just check. No, he picks the light crossbow up from the table edge, right near like where he's sitting, and while he's sitting, just fires it at you.
Can I have my 19 back though?
Yeah, you just edit it in. You should be able to.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do that.
You
I
just-
didn't know.
Yeah, you can just click it and move it.
I didn't know that.
Here, let me just
I
put it back
learned.
in descending order. There we go.
Thanks.
So he fires light crossbow at you, Rattle. Hang on. No, he misses. It goes wide. He tries to like do the Han Solo quick draw and just like whiffs it into the ceiling. And then of course the captain or the guy here, has the next move, and you tried to stab him, so he is going
I
to.
haven't stabbed him yet.
No, but you're like approaching with a knife. I assume is the sort of like scene as the initiative rolls. He is gonna stand up with a scimitar and approach you and try and attack you. Here goes. 1. Does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. He does 8 slashing damage to you with a scimitar. And he then with his
I'll be fine.
he then with his alternate hand comes in with a dagger that appears from his coat. Does a 15 hit you?
No.
Wonderful. Okay, you managed to dodge the dagger strike. The scimitar, however, quite dangerous. The voice in your head is going, "Fucking kill them!" like as loud as possible. It's very, very angry. Bersa, you are up.
Cool. This escalated quickly. I'm gonna look at Rattle and be like, "You're calling me your friend, or I'm going to let you die." And I would like to. I'm gonna use Witch Bolt on the 2 people that have done an attack. So like obviously this guy, and this was the one that
Yeah.
threw a dagger.
That is correct. And he shot with a crossbow.
Oh yeah. Okay. So use his crossbow. So Witch Bolt, and we're going to twin that spell.
Okay.
They both get a level 2 Witch Bolt.
So give me that Witch Bolt strike.
Um.
That's an attack roll, right, for Witch Bolt?
Yeah.
Not great.
Yikes. Cool. Hate to see it.
With a twin spell, do you do 2 attack rolls or just the 1?
Yeah.
I think you
yeah.
do 2. So which one was that at? The top guy or the mid guy?
Let's go top guy.
Okay, so another one for the mid guy.
Still not great.
No,
What
you.
stat do you cast with?
Yeah, you don't hit him.
I've had weird borked charisma for a while. It's charisma, but my attack bonus is low. I have not fixed my character sheet from the day that we made characters.
So what should it be?
It's fine. It should only be 2 higher.
Then it hits. It matters.
Okay.
13 to 15 is a big deal. So you managed to hit the middle guy with the 15.
Okay.
So roll me damage.
All right.
Thanks.
Why did it not just give me
Friend.
damage from it?
So level 2.
You can't say it the sad way. Wait, how do I make damage like pop
Click
out?
on Witch Bolt.
The word.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's at level 2. All
Okay,
right.
13 lightning damage.
Perf.
Your Witch Bolt doesn't connect with the random guy, but does connect with this guy. I believe Witch Bolt is sustained, so you're just like Emperor Palpatining this guy into the ground with electricity. He like very much is not enjoying it. His like the studs on his leather like spark and pop as he like tries to swing in at Rattle.
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay. Who's up next? Random other guy rolls in to help his buddy. Actually, wait. He can move from here. He's technically sitting down, so he's only got half his movement. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Actually, he can't get to Bursa, so he's going to attack Rattle.
Sick.
Incoming attack. 15 does not hit you, so he whiffs. He whiffs it through. And Rattle, you are up.
So I want to try and de-escalate this because I know this isn't going to go super well for me. No. Whatever happens at this point. All right. At any point during this campaign, would I have gained inspiration?
If you
You know what? I'm going to say no this time because you gave me a Rattle looks at the camera, and that's not inspiration worthy. That's the opposite of inspiration.
What?
So you get nothing. Breaking my fourth wall all the time.
she
My
needs
fourth
that.
wall, I'll break your bones.
That's what I'm doing right now.
But he's all bones.
Yeah, let's I'll just attempt to stab friend.
Okay, you're stabbing the bottom guy? Okay.
Yep. I know we should focus fire, but that guy's probably got like 50 health.
I don't know. Dude. I have no idea.
That's a 13.
That hits him.
Sweet deal.
You
6
deal
points of damage.
6 points of damage. He looks injured, but not dead. Definitely stabbed.
As a bonus action, I used the rapier, so I can't use a dagger. What a dum-dum. As my bonus action, I disengage and I run away. And I say to person, like, I didn't think this far ahead.
Okay. Well,
I'm out. I don't
I'm
want to
dope
die.
that I'm going to die in a second. What a nightmare.
Bandit Captain time. He rolls up into Bursa's face because he's currently getting Emperor Palpatine, like I said.
Yep.
And he is going to attack you with a scimitar. Here it comes.
Yep.
Does a 9 hit you? I guess it probably
Thank
doesn't.
God, no.
No. The dagger comes in. What? A 20 definitely does hit you.
Yep.
And he
I believe
does
in you.
6
Tank it.
piercing damage to you.
Yep.
I believe you need to roll a concentration for your witch bolt, right?
I do.
So con save. Your witch bolt fails.
Yeah.
It is enough pain. It is enough pain to shake you out of the witch bolt.
Cool.
This bandit
Dunk.
is going to fire a crossbow at Rattle, who's running away. He's gonna aim a little better this time, maybe from his sitting.
Can I
position.
duck to make sure he has a clear line of sight to Rattle?
He misses anyway. This guy thinks he's a goddamn gunslinger, but he's just sitting in his chair whiffing crossbow bolts across the room. Everybody else is like taking cover, by the way, duck behind the bar or whatever. The Kenku is gone, nowhere to be seen.
Oh, buddy.
Bursa, you're up.
Sweet. Well, I'm gonna look over at Boogie, shrug, and then disengage and run away.
Okay, you guys are
disengage
just
as an action.
Okay, are you guys just like pelting it out of there? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Okay.
I
So,
should have waited for the drugs.
so you start.
What a nightmare.
So you disengage and run away, and you can hear the guy like you torched with some lightning, going like, "Yeah, that's what I fucking thought."
I'm gonna find where he sleeps. I'm gonna stab him in his bed.
But
I'm gonna slap the shit out of Rattle when we
They're-
get clear.
they're not
Did you
gonna-
not learn?
they're not gonna necessarily like chase you further than that. They're not gonna go like pelting out of the tavern after you shooting crossbow bolts down the street. Like the fight is over if you run away.
I would love to think that as Vidrex and Yeshivon come out of that shop, they see the shot of us both running away and the crossbow bolt.
they're coming.
past
They're
us.
coming out of the Happy Scrimshander, and you guys are running away from the Lucky Liar like it's on fire.
I do have a light crossbow though now.
You
It's
sure
a good
do.
thing that we didn't take bets. I would be paying you a lot of money right now.
Yes. And whatever they did in that tavern, I'm not fixing it, Yeshivan.
That's fine. I don't think that there is much to do. I have a feeling there isn't much to fix.
Oh, okay. Doesn't look like they're following us. Well,
I don't like you. We are not friends.
Oh,
We will never be friends.
come on. Just one little
You
stabbing.
left me
It's
to
fine.
die. That's very cool of you.
It was a tactical retreat. You know I work best from a range.
Are the two of you all right?
I don't
Oh,
want to talk
it-
about it.
Okay, Yeshivan, are we walking up to them? Because that is an important thing to note.
I think that Yeshivan would probably as soon as they are far enough away from the bar, that it wouldn't immediately be
so-
assumed that we were together. Yes,
so the-
Yeshivan would go and approach them.
So the two of you are both coming from buildings that are like fairly close. So you would meet like here if you were headed in the same direction, or like even here because the Lucky Liar is further north. It's this building.
Okay.
So they're running down towards the Happy Scrimshander as you guys come out of the Happy Scrimshander, basically. So you're just running into each other on the street, basically.
Okay. That's fine then.
Do you need any patching up? I can
They-
have some.
They both look injured-ish.
All right.
It's fine. It was just a slight disagreement.
Let me have a look at that, and I'll go ahead and use the healers.
By the way, now you get inspiration.
Thank you.
Same for Bertha.
Disgusting. Thank you. I use it to
And
snap
actually-
your crossbow in half.
Actually, just same for everybody. Get inspiration. If you don't have inspiration,
Yes.
take it. There's been good roleplay.
I'm gonna use this at some point. Get out
Everyone
of
uses
their
it
trouble.
beating up Rattle.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Rattle just on the ground getting punched by everyone in the party.
Bone pile. Pretend I'm dead.
do my best to patch up Rattle and Bursa with our healer's kit.
Okay. Well,
He
I mean,
just
I don't
growls
think,
uncomfortably.
I don't think mechanically the healer's kit does anything to conscious.
It's stabilizing.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
Not unless you get that beat.
Yeah.
I hand Bursa some gauze.
Thank you.
It's
Friendship is overrated.
no. I'm sorry. I was just being.
Hey, Dave.
Something happened.
Rattle. You hear in the back of your head, coward.
Shut the fuck up.
Excuse
mean-
me?
Tell me to shut up one more time. Do it again.
No, we're friends.
Do it.
Go on.
We're what?
Go on. Tell him to. You could take him. Totally.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
definitely.
I mean, not shut up to you.
Are you
What's
really
going
difficult.
on with you?
Being a skeleton is hard. That's a great question. I don't know.
What do you
I've
mean?
not known for these past 3 months that we've known each other either.
But
I'm
who are
using
you
humor
talking
as a
to?
defense mechanism. Who am I talking to? I don't know. Again, I'm sorry.
But you're talking to someone.
to someone.
You don't know? You're dead. We're dead. We're all dead together. We're gonna make everybody else dead. It's pretty easy.
All right.
It's fine. Lots of people have.
Were you
people
able
talking
to
them.
No, they don't.
get our traps and the weapon you were hoping for?
I got the crossbow. It was the
Okay.
bolts. He was trying to sell me the bolts. It was a really funny joke. I tried to stab him.
You did what?
It seemed like a great idea at the time. Less so now.
Less so now.
Well, at least everyone is still alive.
Well,
We
way to rub
can-
it in.
You are alive too, in a certain point from a certain point of view. You are also alive.
Sure.
You are
Look.
animated.
Yeah, Bertha, it's. As soon as I know, I'll tell you.
Hey, Rattle. Question.
Yes.
Have you said the words "I'm sorry" yet?
I did. Twice.
Did you mean it?
Yes.
Why did you mean it?
Yes.
I feel like there's a question mark at the end of that.
You shut up.
Maybe if you mean it, she'll
Did.
believe you. Also, are you talking to me this time?
No.
Exactly. At a rattle.
Confusing.
Oh.
So just so you know,
Boogie comes walking down the street,
oh no.
just a slow waddle towards Bursa, and
Moose?
hands
Anybody?
hands Bursa a tankard of something, just hands it to you, like in the way that like a sympathetic friend might at the end of a long day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just hands you like a tankard of something. When you look at what it is, it's like the worst possible beer you could imagine. It's like the watered downest beer that is available.
Nice.
But you know, he's
I give the 4 cookies that I
he's
grabbed
trying his best.
in return. Gingerbread cookies.
So he like settles in next to you and watches the conversation between Rattle and Vidrux like a spectator sport, eating a cookie and like just listening. He doesn't understand anything that's happening, but you know, it's angry, it's funny.
I love that.
Yeah, Bookie is literally the best of us.
Yeah, certainly is.
So, what happens next?
Well, we don't have traps to get the moose.
You
We
don't
have a
need
crossbow,
traps.
but no.
I've got a
bow.
crossbow now.
I don't understand. What do you need trap? Well, I've seen traps. You
Yeah.
don't need traps.
So here's the thing.
So it
I just
occurred- So something should occur to all of you is that Nimsy did tell you that nobody's been able to trap the thing. Like it is
No.
not falling for traps. Like
here's the thing. You seem dedicated about your traps, so I didn't want to correct you or stop you. But traps are usually for when you're looking for something. But if we go to the logging camp, it's going to find us. You realize that, right?
Yeah, so I'd put it down and hide it with leaves, and it would come over, and then be like, my feet.
Yes, but it's not going to come out if we're not there, Rattle.
So you're saying we need to go on a field trip?
I'm saying we literally have to be the bait for this thing to come out, or else it would not.
Some of us have to be the bait.
Okay, fine. You're welcome to go. It's whatever. I don't care.
No, I don't want to.
It's so nice of you to volunteer.
Come on.
You're very good at running away when things get difficult.
And that feels like foreshadowing, and I don't have the time to delve into that.
What's foreshadowing?
If that's what it's going to take for your forgiveness, I'll stand there and I'll get mauled to death by a moose.
You're not going to get mauled to death by a moose. Moose don't eat.
You'll
They
get
do eat
gored.
bugs.
They don't have. You can kill something without eating it, and just like hit up the head.
You're less likely to get mauled than you are to be gored.
But I don't think Rattle could be gored.
Good go.
That's a fair point. All right, y'all. I think I have completely worn myself out for the day. I think if you are all amenable, we should retire back to the speaker's house and perhaps get ourselves some well-earned rest. It'll make the both of you feel better, certainly. Has the bleeding stopped, Bersa?
It stopped, but then I drank a bunch of watered down beer and now it's gotten bad again.
Alcohol will usually do that. You should probably ease off.
Boogie looks up at you like weirded out by the idea that alcohol could make anything worse.
I know I said that and I didn't mean it. We're fine. Sleep is good. Boogie,
All right.
did you find anything fun to do while you were here? They were just in the bar.
He points to the Happy Scrimshander, and then withdraws a shiny looking knife from his pocket that looks like he must have either bought it or taken it, but it's like it looks like a noble's poignard. You know what I mean? And it's got like way too big a crossguard for a dagger, you know? It's like very, very pointy. And then
The
puts
best rogue in the party.
it, and he just puts it away.
Yes, they had a lovely assortment of knives in there, Rattle. I don't know if that's anything that would be interesting to you, but there was one that was quite lovely that I might have to go for.
Yeah, the guy that attacked, he had like a knife in his hand too. You need a little knife.
That's a crossbow and some short swords and
Do you have
I
a little
thought-
knife?
my cool art one from my shoulder. Yep.
Okay.
Him. And I've got some other ones.
Nice.
Whoosh. I think I have 6.
That's a lot of knives.
Well, I mean,
The great-
if
the
you
great
are
thing-
interested in expanding your collection, they've got quite the selection in
The,
there.
gr- the
More
great
knives
thing
than
about
people.
daggers is the ranged attack is also an option. Like you can just throw them. That's great.
I
without throwing axes.
really, really wish that throwing weapons were more supported in the system. If there was like a feat to make them.
That sounds like something you should work on, Dave.
I like that all of your great like
Roasted.
things
Got it.
turn into homework for you, Dave. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry, but also please make it for
It's
all
great.
of us. Thank you.
I couldn't think of a thing to do. I was posting on Twitter about it. I was like, I'm useless. I can't think of any
Throwing
ideas.
weapon
Thank
feet.
you, Elf.
Throwing weapon feet or fighter class or something.
Yeah.
Right,
Are you
right.
thinking of sharpshooter though? Because it removes the disadvantage on long range.
No, I want something that's like a yeetist.
Sharpshooters,
feet, please.
sharpshooters for longbows. Come on, really? Like,
Yeah, but it
professional
also means
yeeter.
daggers also have that longer range,
That's
which
true.
gets wild.
that's true. Problem is,
I like
daggers don't do enough damage. Anyway, sorry. This is a complete sidetrack.
That being said, I like the idea of the feat being called skilled yeeter. I like that. That would be fun. Skilled yeeter.
Anyway, so you guys head back to the speaker's house, I assume. She lets you in. It's not too late, and she shows you up to the attic. A nice, comfy attic where you can get some sleep. It is clear that the attic room, while warm and comfy, is probably usually a place where the kids hang out. You know what I mean? Like it's like a space for them to be like running around and such. So they're like a little bit put out by the fact that you're sleeping there, and they have to be like polite about it. You know, they have a room somewhere else, but this is like where their stuff is. You know, so there's a little bit of that, but like mostly it's fine, and you just use your bedrolls and stuff, and it's a nice heated attic. You know, it's pretty comfortable by the standards of even places you've slept where there are technically beds. You know, the sleeping conditions in Targos were not as good as this. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Nice.
a drafty hall, like where technically you could sleep, kind of thing. So
Yeshivon like beelines for one of the beds and just like literally just goes like just face down.
oh, there
into the
are no beds. It's like a
We're just in a playroom.
it's
Yeah.
like a playroom, sleep on the floor situation.
That works too. They will just curl up on the floor like that. little
Collapse
girl
into a
on the
pile
beach.
of bones in the
Like
corner.
that little like that girl on the beach is like, I'm tired now, I want to take a nap. Like
Yeah.
that's Yeshivon. They just kind of curl up
Wow.
and just like snoring within seconds. Just
I love it.
out.
I want to look at the kids' toys for a while before I fall asleep. I don't think I've ever seen like humanoid
Yeah,
children's
I
toys.
mean, there's like some dolls and like a little game board. It looks like some kind of like smaller version of dragon chess. There's also
I'll turn to Vidrex. What is this? And I point at the game board.
It's a game of wits and strategy.
It's like
Do you-
you know how like sometimes the kids version of things are like it has 6 pieces instead of like 20 or whatever
Yeah.
per side. It's like that kind of thing. Yeah.
Do you know how to play it?
Yes, I can show you sometime.
Will you show me now?
Sure. And I guess we'll just spend our time before we go to sleep learning dragon chess.
We fade out on Bursa and Vidrux playing the kids age 8 to 13 dragon chess or whatever. And that's today's session. my
Dwagon
friends.
tress.
That's it. Dwagon chess. Yeah. Great. Yeah. Well done, everybody.
Delightful.
Delightful indeed. So of course, before we depart, I would of course like to hear from everybody about where we can find you and what you can, where you can find us when we're doing other stuff. Let's start with, in no particular order, Aki.
Hi everybody, I am Aki, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at MixedGenie That's MXGINIINABOTTLE. And my entire Twitch schedule is available over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ShidariAki. That's SHIDAREAKI. Catch me on Clear Skies tonight at 6:30 over at Q Times. That's a Star Trek Adventures RPG. I've got something starting back up on Thursday. You can find out more about that on Twitter.
You can also catch me on Sunday, this upcoming Sunday at 4 p.m. on Saving Throw Show with a new season of New Pantheon. Very excited about that. I really hope you guys enjoy my new character. Oh man, I'm excited about them. But yeah, those are all the things that I am currently working on. And then, of course, you can also catch the VOD of 4 phases that we did over on Mythic Grove. Our finale was this past Saturday, and it was a lot of fun. But yeah, check out our werewolf kids. Well, I'm a kid. Everybody else is an adult who acts like a kid.
Great. Dave, you want to go next?
Sure, thank you. I had a really nice time. Thank you very much, everybody. Made me feel, you can't see it on my face, but it made me feel a lot better. Started this session a little bit, but we got there. That was really nice. If you would like to follow my stuff, I'm on Twitter at Dave_the_human. Apparently making some stuff about ranged weapons, some thrown weapon feats. I know they did some UA stuff trying to introduce some new weapon feats. Those are really interesting because they had like the design process of them. So maybe I'll have a look at that. Yeah, not doing a huge amount at the moment. But I would love if you came back next week to see this, because this is the thing that we're doing.
Yay! All right, let's have Abria next.
I'm Abria Iyengar. You can catch me on social media at Quiddy, Q-U-I-D-D-I-E. Follow me there for my full schedule. Yeah, I'm on a bunch of podcasts and streams. It's all very good and very fun. Please watch my stuff there. That's all.
Great. And Gabe?
You can find me here as always Mondays. You can find me Fridays on the Roll20 Twitch channel at 10 a.m. Pacific time for my talk show, Tabletop Table Talk. Just trying to figure out ways for people to be more comfortable GMing, telling their own stories, creating their own narratives. I don't have very many other streams happening right now, but maybe soon in the future. We'll see.
All right, great. And of course, personally for me, I am Distracted Elf. You can find me at twitch.tv/DistractedElf or on Twitter at DistractedElf. And at the moment, I am streaming a shit ton of Neverwinter, like way more Neverwinter Nights than anybody should ever play. But like, I'll be on after this show once again on my own stream. That's the level of streaming I'm doing at the moment. So that's what I'm up to. Let's talk about what Roll20 can do for you. So we've just had a raffle winner drawn for Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden module. I hope you enjoy it. Lucky winner. If you like what you have seen today and you're thinking to yourself, you know what? I have a bunch of nerds that I know that I could wrangle to play a game of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, or any D&D module released so far. You can find all of those on roll20.net. You should go there and acquire them with currency, and then say something about how it was our fault that you did. Also, not just D&D, but for any tabletop game, Roll20's got you covered. So make an account, sign up, hang out, play some games, especially in these horrible times where clustering around a table is a safety hazard for all. Computers are great. Anyway, I will see you all next week. We will all see you next week for our next episode of Icewind Dale, Rime with the Frostmaiden. Chaos Initiative! And I'll see you guys later. Have a good